Owen had a
sound.
deal.
I've got it fixed. So, we'll have to restart. Hello! Welcome to... We are Fate Forged Fables. I am DM Mike.
I'm Sarah. I play Violet. I'm the Toreador and the one causing a lot of problems right now, but whatever. And I have to deal with my brother, Owen.
Hi everyone, my name is Alan. I play Owen Vanderham, Toreador as well, and still the better sibling.
Hey everyone, I'm Rod. I play Clarence. I'm the Gangrel fixer for both Owen and Violet, and I clean up their messes.
And this is Neon by Night, 1980 set Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. We are on episode 3, The Devil's Hand. Does anybody in the coterie want to recount what we went through and where we left off last session?
It's not with me.
We're always grateful.
Yes.
Yeah. If you guys are not on the Discord, you need to join the Discord. I'm the lore keeper. Basically, short story. I dealt with Oliver. Owen dealt with Vivian and a new ghoul of his called Steven. Clarence or Claire Bear found some interesting stuff at the warehouse, which was afoot. Oliver's wallet. So then we all came back to the warehouse. Owen and I got in this discussion about Oliver's wallet because it had Veronica's pictures in it.
and a few other pieces of evidence.
The pictures. Yeah. It basically had her address on it too, so.
Yes.
Interesting. But Silk and Mira,
Silk
Claire Bear's favorite person.
Yeah, Silk being Nosferatu intel broker for the Baron, the Anarch Baron of Las Vegas, and Mira being his Gangrel bodyguard / right hand.
Well, that's, started to ask him, Silk was mostly talking to Owen at the time about, who he thought might be, a good lead into it, but, they wanted to go to the Mourning Star to see about Irene, where she was in the first episode.
And she kind of duked it out with you on stage for a few songs. Then,
No, that was me and Roxy.
Yeah, that was you and Roxy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But, then you guys made your way outside eventually after some shenanigans in the club and dealt with a shadowy Sabbat vampire in an alleyway for quite a nice battle. Well, a short battle, a gunfight. Then somebody slammed his head into a wall. I think that was Clarence.
I can't remember that. I remember the mafiosos I shot in the office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you murdered a couple guys.
Yeah. I think, we had the shovelhead we had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
I know I did a few
pretty
shots.
Good.
And for anybody not aware, a shovelhead is a name for a Sabbat vampire. Sabbat are vampires, but incredibly evil. They don't care if humans know what they are or who they are.
And, we dispatched him.
Yep.
And that was the time when...
You took him capture, and you handed him over to the Baron for questioning.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
as dispatchers you should be in the Masquerade. Yeah, then we head over to Violet's apartment where she had work for me, which I dutifully set to work, and then she invited a cop into her house.
I didn't invite him. He
Yeah.
showed up.
And we left off with that police officer grabbing a beer out of the fridge, which he keeps there regularly. And he notices a bloody bag on the shoulder of Clarence. And that is where we will start this session, with Oliver taking a sip of his beer. Just, what's in the bag? As he sees a drop hit the floor.
Like, it's my lava lamp. He busted my lava lamp.
That's a really big lava lamp. Go ahead and roll a persuasion plus manipulation, or just or a subterfuge plus manipulation.
Oh, persuaded.
You see me just kind of very slowly edging towards my holster here.
No. Hang on, willpower. So those three
Alright, so you'll willpower that one up.
Okay,
You know what?
better.
He's like, that's a big lava lamp. Takes another sip of
Like,
his
I had
beer.
3.
And he's like, so, I'm not even gonna ask. It's probably another friend of yours, as he points at Clarence and he holds his hand out and he's like, Oliver, I meet a bunch of you guys at least, a couple a week. As he takes a little jab at you, Sarah. You have a 300.
I give a little. I'm gonna give him a coy little smile and be like, the less you know about me, the better it is for you. And I just kind of right back out and just kind of keep taking this shit back out to the dumpster.
He's like, oh, fun. You always invite the great ones over. Hi, Owen. As he takes a sip of his beer.
Hey, buddy.
Like,
You doing alright?
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Yeah, we were working a case downtown. Just, a couple kids. You don't want to see that kind of stuff, so. Sorry if I'm interrupting anything. Should I go? I'm sorry, I just kind of let myself in.
We're like, no, you stay. Be like, hey, but first I'm a little hurt, and I'll show him like I got hurt, but you do just enough to distract him.
So what is the purpose of this distraction? What are you trying to get his attention from?
To stay.
Oh, you're trying to get him to stay?
Yeah, so that way he could talk to Owen.
Okay. So he's like, oh, wow, how'd that happen? I'm pretty sure you're staring at him the entire time, Owen.
Yeah.
As you keep seeing him looking at you out of his periphery as he's like looking at her arm, but he's constantly like. Just making sure to constantly check back at you.
Yeah. I'll just let him worry for a minute. Good.
As he looks around, as he's like, does the other guy know, what you are? As he points in the direction of Clarence.
Are you laughing like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that what you do? You get to the door and start laughing when he says that? I like that.
Yeah, you just go back to work.
He just hears you laughing from outside as he's like, I'll take that as a yes. Why aren't you healing up? I thought you could just heal up.
It takes a minute. I need blood,
As you see him take one big step back away from you as he sips his beer. And he looks at Owen and he's like, why do you keep staring me down, man? I thought we were good. You want a beer?
Yeah,
I'm gonna...
I
hate to do this, but Owen, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna use my command and just be like, sit.
Oh, I can just put my hand over his shoulder and just take it with me. If you don't want to. Yeah, I'll just put my buddy, arm around the shoulder and just. I think you and I should step outside. The other door.
I can finish setting up this scene. I do apologize. So you're gonna take him to the front door?
Yeah.
Alright, he's like, you using any of your mental powers on him?
No, not yet.
I said not to.
As he's just like,
Okay.
what's going on, bud? As you can tell, he's rigid. He's waiting for something to happen. He has no clue what's going on. He just knows that you're the brother of this person that he feels incredibly intense feelings for.
Yeah. I just the night air is just it's so much nicer. Come on, you and me, man to man, let's go.
It's like, all right. Are you going outside with him?
Yeah, out the front door.
As soon as the door shuts behind you, he like kind of comes up. He's like, "Is this about your sister, man? Like, dude, I totally get it. I'm not. Is it that? Is it your sister? Is it me and her?"
I lit a cigarette. I make him like wait like an uncomfortable way before answering his question.
Yeah, he does that nervous thing, like when silence goes on for more than 4 seconds, he's like, "So what's going on?" As you do, you as being a vampire, you have a bit of an intimidating air about you.
Yeah, and I like it. I like it about me.
Am I outside? So I'm outside dropping off the bag, right?
Yeah, but you're at the other door. You went out the back door.
Well,
yeah.
If when I'm done with that, I kind of want to like, if I can sneak up behind him without him noticing me.
Well, by the time you come inside, not Alan, but Owen and Oliver are already gone out the front door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, your knowledge of them being out there, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, this isn't about my sister, who I don't want to talk about nor think about. You and her. Just no. No. You been anywhere fun and exciting recently? Any deserted warehouses or I don't know. Where you been recently?
It kind of gives you that look, like you see, like all of the pretense of trying to be buddy with you drop from his face, and the detective mode kicks in. He's like, "What are you trying to get at?" As you see the beer drop from like this kind of grip to this kind of grip, ready to like grip it as a weapon.
I just, you know what? I'm curious. The funniest thing happened gosh, last night. I show him his own wallet.
As you see him reach back to his own back pocket, and not that he didn't know he didn't have it, but he's just like, "How'd you get that? I've been missing that thing for a couple days now."
Days. That's you make a habit of breaking into places and then leaving it behind.
It's like, I didn't break in anywhere. As you see his hand kind of come from his back pocket and slide over up towards his gun. He's like, "I don't like the implications, Owen."
I activate. We'll start with Just
okay. You see his shoulders go from tense to just they drop and relax.
Yeah, that's a little better. No need for that. It's like point to us, just the two guys having a nice conversation about one man breaking into another man's property and then
he holds his hands up, and as soon as you say that, you see those hands drop, and he's like, "But who broke in where, and how did you get my wallet? Did you break into my house and steal my wallet?"
Why would I? I wasn't even invited in your house. How would I get there? I don't know where you live.
It's like, well, then why would I break into your places and leave my wallet?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
You see, you can genuinely give me an insight plus wits.
All right.
But you can genuinely tell without any deeper look in that he is genuinely confused. The look on his face is a genuine face of confusion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all I can tell. He He is confused, but also concerned as you have his wallet, and
Yeah.
you're throwing an accusation his way that he clearly is just like, what?
Okay. Like, I told Violet I wouldn't do this. So, you're gonna have to lie to her for me, okay, buddy? I activated transmit.
He's just like, lie to her about... Go ahead and
Yeah.
give me a roll, just in case.
I got you. And transmit is double checking. Charisma plus presence versus composure and wits. Alright.
It's gonna be a pretty high one. But he's not resisting you that much. You already have awe going over, so he's already washed over with a little bit of, hey, oh.
Hey. And then because of awe. Okay.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
he's just like, lie to her about what? As a little piece of drool comes out of his mouth, goes down his stubbly chin, and falls down to the floor. Just a long string. Just,
That's better. Okay, now remind me when you lost your wallet.
he's like, I don't remember. I was talking to a lady. She was
Do you
very
remember what
pretty.
you looked like?
And no,
Oh.
I just remember her being very pretty. And then he
Very
starts
pretty.
reciting the words to Duran Duran's Hungry Like the Wolf.
Huh.
And then you just see him start swaying as he starts going to the beat. Like a sound. Oh yeah, she was dancing to that song. Yeah, that's. Did you see him just kind of like swaying as it's like, it's hitting his brain at this point.
Yeah. At that point, I open the wallet up and show him the picture of Vivian that was in his wallet. Do you know who this person is?
It's like, yeah, I was sleeping with her a couple weeks ago.
Do you mean in the biblical sense?
We didn't sleep with Bibles.
Okay. No, that's not what you know what, buddy? It's fine. Okay.
I'll tell you, Jesus wasn't in that room.
Okay. Well, you know what made me really happy? If you just never saw her again, okay? Would you do that for me?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
do
good.
that.
And if she calls, just apologize. But you can't see her again, okay?
Okay.
That's okay. That's good. Okay. So
You hear his
I'm
beer
not.
bottle hit the floor. Violet, that's around the time you hear the thump of his beer bottle thump, out in the hallway. Your vampiric ears can pick it up. It's like as soon as like Clarence gets back inside and shuts the sliding glass door, you hear the beer thump, hit the ground in the hallway.
I'm just gonna open the door. Like, what you doing?
My back is facing that door.
Okay, so roll a perception plus wits, Violet. Clarence, you can do the same thing. Let's see how much of that last sentence you heard. I don't want you to see her ever again.
P plus W.
I'm a jealous bitch.
Yeah, awareness plus wits.
Awareness. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean perception. My D&D needs to get good.
I was like, hold on, is that a thing here? I'm not sure.
Whoops.
I'll trust my DM.
Yeah, the only thing you heard as soon as the door opens is, you can promise me that? And you hear him go, yeah. And you can clearly, you don't see much of him. Like, how close are you to the door, Owen?
So I'm probably a few steps from the door. I'm probably like 3 feet from the door or so.
Okay, so
And then
you can
he's in
see
front of
like the
me. So
shoulders of Oliver bouncing out from either side of Owen from time to time.
I'm gonna be like, oh, what the fuck?
what are you on about?
Do
What are you
you
talking?
do you break your
I
entrancement, Owen? I gotta ask.
If I hear her coming any closer, yes.
All right. Yeah, you say that, Violet, and you see like Oliver poke his head up, and he's like, "Oh, Vi, hey, oh damn, I dropped my beer." It's like, "So you're talking to Owen?"
He likes talking to me. It's for having a good time.
He's like, "I wouldn't put those
I'm
words in
gonna.
my mouth, but yeah, he's not bad, you know."
Okay. Okay.
Are you just like looking over her shoulders, Clarence?
No. I'm definitely putting the finishing touches down on the project I have going on, the lava lamp that needs to be
Oh,
cleaned up.
oh yeah, cleaning up the completely eviscerated body from Violet's room and bathroom.
Look, I mean, there's so much lava juice in here.
That lava lamp just exploded, man. So yeah, so Oliver's like, yeah, just like I suddenly just like my head feels really weird. I think we're gonna go home, Violet. Is that's okay with you, right? I'll call you tomorrow if you'll be home. As he points at you as he's saying that as he's walking away, like I'll call you tomorrow.
I'm just gonna be staring at Owen.
You just had me
Waiting
very
for him
quiet,
to-
very quietly
Well, I'm waiting
tapping
for
be
him
like, yes,
to
just
get
see you
in the
tomorrow.
car, like, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
Like-
What do you guys want to do with your evening? You still have a lot of evening left.
Ooh.
Warehouse. You done, Claire's? Come on.
Well, as far as a lot, about 3 hours.
Yeah, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll stay outside finishing my cigarette, waiting for them
All
to
right.
come to me.
So in the VHS tape, was it that of the evidence of me feeding?
Do you still have it? Should be at
I
the
think I
apartment.
don't remember if I burned it or not, but my car was
No,
in that, right?
I unraveled it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But that can always be wound back. You know, stick your finger in and just.
Yeah, VHS. Yep.
Yeah, no. But no, this my car was in that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say
That-
your license plate was on view. If you pause a couple times, you can catch it in between the scan lines.
Okay. Yeah, no, that car needs to get burned. Rest in peace, car. So I guess I'll spend my night having a barbecue.
Okay.
All right. So where are you going to burn your car? You going to burn it at a park? You going out into the desert? Are you gonna be like SLC Punk and go drive all the way? Like you don't have enough time to drive to Salt Lake City, but drive it to a buoyant lake where the car won't sink.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell Owen, be like, Owen, I need to buy a favor from you. Is I need you to follow me out to the desert real quick and take me home when I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Violet, you want to come with
Yeah, I
me?
just take. What's that?
I called for Violet to see if she wants to come with the car with me.
Yeah, because we need to have a talk.
Yeah, there'll be some time to talk. You're gonna be following my shitbox out for a ways out on out into the desert.
Yeah, stick to the highway, please.
So I-10 runs through there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just hit on I-10 for maybe 50, 60 miles and then pull off into a county road and then drive and pull into the desert from there.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you guys pull out into the desert. Did you talk about anything on the drive there? Did you wait until all three of you were together to start your discussion of things?
No, I think Violet and I have to have a long talk going
All
on
right.
there.
So you guys are driving there. Clarence is just jamming out to... What does Clarence jam out to when he's in his car?
Gosh, I'd have to say probably I got That's like one of the reasons I'm kind of sad about this car. It's got a tape deck. I probably got some Cash playing right now, like some Cocaine Blues and shit.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, so you got some Johnny Cash playing as you're cruising. All right, so
Now I'm sneezing.
Violet and Owen. Take it away.
Where do we even begin?
Why did you use your powers on Oliver?
Because I felt like he wasn't being honest with me. And I didn't like it.
Well, he had to give me a reason not to trust him.
I don't trust him. His wallet was in my what? Did you tell him where I lived? Like,
No,
okay, then
I didn't even
remember
tell him
either.
where I lived, and he showed up at my fucking apartment.
Well, that's poor management on your end. I don't know what to tell you on that one. So a couple things about your man there. First of all, he's an idiot.
Okay.
Very well, still an idiot. He's not. How do I put this? I think he's the one who did put the foot and the pictures in my office.
All right, Violet,
he's-
I'm going to... A storyteller time for a second. Violet, you have a 3 hunger. I'm going to need you to roll a willpower on that one.
Oh God, I'm already down 2 willpower.
He just implicated your touchstone. You know that the evidence was there. You're good. That was good enough.
Okay.
But you're not happy about it. You don't
No,
like the
I'm not.
implication. You're just not flying off the handle. Carry on.
Just wait till he gets to Vivian. Then I'll have to roll another one.
But carry on. I will disintegrate back here.
I met a young man last night. Night before last. I don't know. These nights are getting more and more intertwined. Nice little Mormon kid named Steven. He was sitting in Vivian's house. Just sitting there. He delivered a box with the Baron's little boy toy's hand in the box. There was a hand in the box. He had no idea why he was there, or what he was doing, or how he got there. Didn't know Vivian, didn't know the house, didn't know nothing about it. And I think, well, I'm pretty sure that your boy toy had the same problem. I think someone's going around dominating or something to these guys and using them to fuck with us. So
interesting. So what did you do with the what was his name again? Steven.
Yep, Steven.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He's just, I didn't kill him, despite
Why?
what I do. Just in the moment, I thought maybe he has something more to offer later if he were still alive for this whole.
Yeah.
So you're
probably
telling me. So let me get this straight. You made Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
Whatever his name.
Steven with the pH balance.
Oh yeah.
No, I know his name. I'm just fucking with it. So you made him into what? Your little pet?
We're taking it a step at a time. I let him live. I might have found some of my blood. Keep track on the kid. I don't know. He might be important.
But you're getting on to me about Oliver, and you're over here making a pet.
Yeah, well, I keep track of mine.
Alright, so...
This part, I've just swerved off of the road and into the freaking nothing of the darkiness of the desert right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys are pulling up to the spot to burn the car. So you get out there to burn the car. How how are you going to burn this car? Because this is important. I don't ask why, but I know how to burn a car down. So how are you burning this car down? And so I know if there's remains or not.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Rod, does not know how to properly dispose of a car
That's
to
why
make
I'm
it
asking
clear
you,
evidence.
Clarence, who's from the late 1800s, who would probably not know how to dispose of a car either.
She like, oh, we got this far out.
I mean, you just
We
like
need to burn
shove.
this.
Yeah, you just shove some like cloth in the gas can. And
Yeah,
light it up.
in the gas hole.
The asshole, yes.
And then we light it on fire, and then that does that. Problem solved.
Yeah. Just like put your shirt in there or something.
There you go. Put your
Why
shirt
my
in there.
shirt?
Why not your shirt? Fine, if you Violet's
Because
shirt.
I'm wearing it. Hold on. I know I got some garbage in the back of my car that I could definitely use.
No, it's kind of like
I mean, I don't actually have a wardrobe or anything, so I probably got some clothes in the back of my car from the people I've eaten.
Do you want to talk about that?
No.
Oh yeah, that video. What do you mean no?
I don't want to hear it, so it's a fine answer for me, frankly.
We'll say
Okay.
you guys, the car burning down and the fire is kicking up into the night sky and illuminating your entire area. You're probably
All right,
visible.
we need to leave now.
Yeah, you're visible from miles around. So you guys are getting back in the car and continuing the conversation. Where are you heading now? So I haven't.
Oh, I did pull the. By the way, I did pull the plate. It is with me right now. It's not on that car because I'm not a moron.
Thank you. Thank you for stating that, because I was holding that. I was like, he didn't mention the plate. He didn't mention the plate.
No, that plate's getting disposed of a different way.
By the way, it's still Owen. Owen clears her in the front seat. Violet always gets the back seat.
Yeah, you're sitting there with your arms out across the back seat, sitting right in the middle. Just
yeah.
Tops down.
So yeah, we're driving back to the warehouse now.
Yeah, we're driving back to the warehouse. Be like, Owen, keep talking. You and I were talking. Come on.
Yeah.
Real quick, before you guys keep talking, when they get back to the warehouse, there's going to be a message on the answering machine. Our first poll of the night. Who is this message from? We have the killer, mobster with an offer, or a detective with questions. Now you guys continue your conversation as we make our way to the warehouse.
I take the wallet, like with the picture in it, and I throw it in the Violet's lap.
Okay.
Recognize her?
Yeah, it's Vivian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to catch the picture in air before it gets whipped out by the wind, flying through the car with the top down.
Wait, let me ask really quick. Has Owen introduced Vivian to Violet?
Yeah, because like she's like
his agent
your
slash
number
manager
one. Yeah.
slash.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I was just making sure.
Yeah, his business end fixer, not his vampire side fixer, but his business end fixer.
No. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, it's Vivian. Like, yeah. Why is she in Oliver's wallet?
Yeah, I asked. I did ask him that. Turns out your man is how did he put it? Oh, it's pretty direct. Sleeping with. Without Jesus is how he phrased it.
Quote unquote, it's like a little memory flashback hits in. It's like Jesus wasn't in the room, and then it repeats just a little bit closer, and then it repeats even closer to his mouth. Jesus wasn't in the room.
Dude, do I have to roll willpower? Because that's gonna piss me off.
Okay, yeah, if that would piss you off. Thanks for the honesty. Yeah, give me another willpower check with your 3 hunger. Owen's over there just poking all the buttons. Toreadors, man.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's still one.
Yeah, you're seething. It's boiling up. If you have to do another willpower check and you get a 1, you're gonna get very mad.
Yeah, so I guess your little the boy there is sniffing up the wrong tree. Somewhere. So
So I'm like sitting back there grinding my teeth because I'll keep that in mind.
yeah. I mean I already handled the situation. He'll never see her again.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't wipe that from my memory.
No. You're right. No.
Clarence is just kind of like holding his knees, and be like, "This is fucking awkward."
Yeah, just sitting there, like having the wind blow through your hair, just like whistling an old West tune. Oh man! All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, you want to discuss anything else before you get back to the warehouse?
So I'm gonna ask Owen, be like,
Hmm.
I hate to ask this because I fucking hate you, but whatever. Do you need to put Greg on him, or do you trust him?
Look, he's an idiot who I wish you would kill.
That is my
He
touchstone.
well,
Why would I kill my no?
well, he touched mine, so not happy about it.
Well, you act like I'm happy about it. He touched yours too.
Mine's respectable and nice lady with a child, so maybe it doesn't matter. I fixed the problem. It is solved. He will never see her again.
Yeah. So this time you guys are pulling up to the warehouse as you guys are just...
I'm just like meeting maximum freaking awkwardness, but I'm like, I eat tourists!
Yeah, you guys are pulling up directly to the warehouse as you're having that end of the conversation.
I'm sorry, you eat tourists?
It's the only way I can know I don't eat anyone I don't... It's the only way I know I can eat someone I don't know. I don't know where this videotape came from,
No,
though.
that's, again... Yeah, the videotape does concern me. Your eating habits, far less so, other than they could get us killed. So, maybe next time make sure there's not a camera in the room.
It says you that there was a picture of you feeding. I mean, they had
There's a
all
picture
this.
of me doing something.
Okay. It was mostly your ass.
Mine, at least, could be explained as anything else. You two are definitively breaking Masquerade.
That's the worst I am is just a psycho serial killer, my guy.
That's fair. It's just you. How's that feel?
Just like that's the defense of the century. Hey, whoa, not a masquerade breach. Psycho killer. Psycho killer.
Yeah. Sneaky sex guy, psycho killer, masquerade breach.
But you guys are having this discussion as you guys are heading inside. And, oh man, it's a tie. If it stays a tie, we'll do both. Unless somebody else wants to be the deciding vote.
Everyone's got my number.
I'll let the players vote. Go for it, guys. The killer is 1. The mobster with an offer is 2. The detective is 3.
I'm an agent of chaos.
Oh, gosh, oh my god, I'm the tiebreaker. Frick.
No, I didn't mean to do that shit.
You're not tiebreaker. Mobster with an
really
offer
feel
is
like
3.
I honestly truly feel like being the little shit and voting 1, but I'm gonna go for 3.
That puts mobster with an offer up at the top. So it's gonna be a mobster with an offer.
Nice.
Could be worse. So you get in there and you're having this discussion as you enter into the warehouse, and Owen, you get up into your little office space where you rest for the day. You got maybe an hour before the sun comes up, and you see a blinking red light on the answering machine.
Yeah, right. I hit play.
And it's like, hello, good day, sir. My name is Mr. Barnsworth. I represent a certain individual who is interested in procuring a few clubs around town. We have a little bit of information about a Mr. Owen Vanderham. And it sounds like they're clearly reading something off when he's saying the names. He's like, Owen Vanderham, and it seems that we know a little bit of something, and we'd like to make a deal with you. The information we have, you don't want getting out. It's of a sensitive nature, sensitive to sunlight nature. If you catch my drift, Mr. Vanderham.
Does everyone know? Is it a secret anymore? Are we just a bot? Are we fucking with me? Why hide? Why?
He's like,
My warehouse is public knowledge. Apparently, my identity is public knowledge. What else, guys?
he's like, somebody decided I might be interested in this information. Let's just say I woke up with a little birdie in my ear one morning, and I decided to take advantage of the situation, sir. So be restful and assured in the knowledge that no one else knows, but they could easily. After the end of our discussion, or after the end of this message, I forgot it was a message. We've been treating it like a phone call.
Whatever, guys.
That's why I was like,
Yeah. It's a very, very skilled guy leaving that message.
he's got some Doctor Who level freaking message taking skills.
Oh, it's like
he's
scary.
just predicting the conversation. And
man, it's like Scary Movie where they were just like, yeah, it's this, we could get out of here by this, we could just escape. No, the storm's really too bad. You don't want to be outside in this. Oh, we could leave out in the car. Oh man, that Toyota recall, they just explode, and you see an explosion out the window. And one dude's like, I'll just build an airplane. And the newscaster's like, well, that's just fucking stupid.
So yeah, was I listening to that with him, or?
Yeah, you guys can all be listening to it. And then it's just like,
Yeah.
at the end of my message, I'm going to leave you a set of numbers. You're going to call that number tomorrow night, and you're going to follow the instructions. If you value, your secrets, Mr. Vanderham. And then you hear the number get called off, and then the click of it hanging up. And then, if you would like to rewind and replay the message.
Yeah, I actually did rewind it.
Yeah, you hear the whole message again. Where it's just, he's like, Mr. Vanderham, we got a couple secrets. We know some things about you, your sensitivity to sunlight kind of secrets. And my client would very much like to procure your talents. So at the end of this message, I'm going to leave you a number. You're going to call that number tomorrow night and follow the instructions to the T. If you value your secrets, Mr. Vanderham. Then they say the number, and you hear the click of it hanging up.
Are they even secrets at this point? Honestly, what happened to just?
But they do
just
mention.
being in a warehouse.
Well, they mentioned that they woke up with a little birdie in their ear that told them of your existence.
No, I was just trying to keep cool and not lose this shit, and is just sarcastically talking back to an answering machine.
Yeah, that's where the conversation was. You were just talking back to it sarcastically, and it just so happened to sound like it was responding. There we go.
Why bother?
But the sun's coming up, and it is the next night. Well, if you want to wake up, you got to rouse that blood.
Uh-oh.
Can I just sleep today? Just not deal with it. Let's check, yes.
Come on, sleepyhead.
God damn it.
Looks like some people are gonna need to
Oh,
eat.
I am hungry.
Yep.
Is that 4 now?
Yep, that's
Yes.
I need to eat somebody too.
Alright. So, how we usually do the hunting around these parts is you can go hunting and collect some blood resonance and get some benefits of that said resonance. Or you can feed for free and get no resonance at all. Hunting comes with its own risks. Getting caught, failing, having to fight for your meal when you plan to go and fuck for your meal instead. So what will it be, group? What do you want to do, Violet? You want to hunt or you want to freebie feed?
She likes to hunt.
Alright, Owen, hunt or freebie feed?
I'm actually, I don't know how this works. I'm gonna call one of my herd though to take care of that.
Are you going to call your herd to come in and take care of it for all of you?
No,
Not Clarence. Clarence will murder them. He can't feed on them. I forgot. He's got to pray his
Owen doesn't share.
Alright, so Owen's got his herd coming to the warehouse, or at least one of them. Violet,
for
you're going to
Addison,
go out
right?
and hunt at a club, I presume. Or a
Mhm.
bar. Gotta
Yeah,
go find
a
the
club.
a brothel around town or something.
Yeah.
And Clarence, you gonna go murdering psycho killer? Shay.
Wait, I'm not terribly hungry, but I could get some good stuff. I think I'm going to go ahead and find someone off the strip, find a drunk off the strip, stab him in the kidney, drag him in the shadows and drain him, and then just leave him in a dumpster somewhere.
Fun. I like this.
Yeah. No problem.
All right. So, Violet, you head out for a feeding. Where are you going? You going to a bar, a club? Gonna go to a brothel? Where are you going? I know you like to seduce when
I'm
you do
going
it.
to. Yeah, so it's a club.
All right. So you a siren or scene queen?
I am a siren.
Oh,
That one's the scene queen, right?
no, Owen's a
Oh,
siren.
way around. I'm a siren. You're a scene queen.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the one going after the punk rockers.
Yeah, I got you guys confused.
I even got myself confused. Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm just
So what scene are we going for tonight, Violet?
It's always the punkers.
Going for a punker. Why is there
Dirty
is there some kind of like prejudice against the punkers in the 80s that you're going for?
No,
I'm
was
just picking on you.
the thing.
It's the social progressivism that tastes the best.
And all that blue hair dye.
Tastes like
That blue,
jeans.
yes, that blue hair dye seeped in. It's the only way vampires can get the taste of blue. Jolly Ranchers are now off limits. Oh man. Alright, so you're going for a punker. How are you wanting to approach a punker? You see one across the club that, let me pop you into, we'll just go to a random, we'll say arcade for the shits and giggles. But you see a punker that fits your qualifications there.
I'm gonna activate. Aw. Now just be like, walk up and like, hey, how's the game going?
He turns around and at first he's just like, no one's next. I got like $40, and then he looks at you and he's like, oh, it's going good. You want to get on 2-player? And he points at the side over there. We'll say he's I don't know, some 2-player game from back then. I can't think of one other than fucking Pong. 1984 2-player game. Mario at that point? I don't know. Was that in the arcades? Contra.
No, I don't think that
Contra.
we'd have
Yeah.
like something like
Yeah,
Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga.
Yeah, there's just like a
Galactica.
2-player, some kind of NES style beat 'em up, maybe some Ninja Turtles, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Double Dragon.
Double Dragon, there we go.
There you go.
So yeah, he asked if you want to join him on some Double Dragon.
Like, let's go.
All right, roll
Yeah.
me a performance plus dexterity. You are killing it. Let's see if you're killing it on some Double Dragon. He's killing it.
Oh yeah, Contra's another choice.
Well, you got some like synth pop playing in the background. People walking around. You can hear the clang of the plastic jewelry on their wrists. The arcade is popping.
If I can.
Pinball
add
machines
to it.
ding-a-linging across the room. Oh shit. Yeah, you are killing it. But like you are hungry as hell. So you're just
I'm
like
pressing the buttons really hard.
yeah, incredibly hard to the point he's just like, yo, chill out. Like it's all good. You're really good. You don't have to be so like forceful.
Be like, my bad. I get competitive. I'm sorry.
He's like, oh, it's fine. Like, so what are you doing tonight? Like, what brings you out here? I got some friends that
I
can
was
drink
just-
some brews under like the overpass later if you've got nothing going on.
Well, why don't we go ahead and go to the underpass? You know? Why not?
It's like, do you want to head there now? I think we can get a hold of like some acid or something, man.
They'll probably have it there.
It's like, all right, you want to get going now? As you see, he's like
Yeah,
real
let's go.
excited as he's like looking around. He's like, "Fuck it! Like my friends will know I'm gone. They'll know where I went. Let's go." It's like your presence is just like washing over him, as he is just
That's
like
right, yeah.
hanging all over your every word.
Everyone.
So you get out the
Nice.
front doors. Where are you wanting to take this dude? You can take him pretty much anywhere you want right now, and he's not going to question it for a couple seconds.
Anywhere that's dark. Like, alleyway. Nobody can see us.
Nobody can see you. Alright. So if you're gonna take him into the alleyway, go ahead and roll a... Ooh, what's a good one here? I'm trying to think of a good one for you. And I am drawing a blank. Let's just go with manipulation plus, well, subterfuge plus manipulation. Because he's like, hey, the party's over this way. As he's like tugging your hand to keep from going in the alley.
I don't want to do blood surge because I'll go into 5 of them.
He's gonna freaking eat him entirely.
As he's like, oh, what are you saying to him as he's trying to tug your hand and say, no, it's like this way.
Like, no, come here.
It's like, what? Oh, okay. Alright. As he comes out in the alleyway, and it's like, you can see he's getting that posture to like try to face you the entire time. Like everything you do, he's trying to turn himself to like face you so he can like come pull himself in, pull you in, come in for a kiss.
Oh, the poor bastard.
No, that's when you let them get a taste and then you feed on them.
All right, so you're letting him do it. You're letting him put on the moves.
Yeah.
You can tell, like,
Yeah.
as soon as he sees you're like leaning into it, his confidence just goes through the roof. As he's like, you can practically hear his thoughts going, "Yes, it worked." As he's just like, "Fuck those guys." If you could hear his thoughts, that's what's going through his brain right now. Like, "Fuck those guys." As he just starts like kissing you, and it's like really sloppy, like out of practice style kiss, like. Before your mouth even opens, his tongue's already pressed against your lips.
You need to work on your pillow ethics.
As he just ignores you. He's like, okay. And he just starts like kissing on your neck. What are you doing?
Like,
What a sweetie.
I will pull his hair and be like, no, I do the neck thing.
Fangs out, taking a bite.
Yep.
Yeah. Then you see he struggles for about half a second, and you see he just goes limp, and he literally does like that little moan. All right. Are you draining dry or letting him stumble away?
I'll let him stumble away.
Alright, no humanity fights tonight. Go ahead and take the appropriate quantity of blood back, or hunger away, should I say. As you release your fangs, lick the wound, and he... As you see, it's like his entire night's washed out. And you've got him at sanguine. Your presence has now been increased. He was horny and he was all sorts of happy. And whatever drug he took earlier in the day is still in there, so it's like you got a little, oh, hey, alright.
Alright.
So anytime I make you do an intelligence test, you got a -1. For a little while.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So, we'll jump over to Claire Bear. You're going hunting, alright?
Yep.
So you're going out to the strip.
Yes.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for out here on the strip tonight?
I'm looking for someone who doesn't speak English.
Okay.
And I'm looking for someone who is mild to moderately inebriated without an entourage.
Alright, go ahead and give me a survival plus wits, please. Let's see how well your hunting goes. Because it's 84. She's not going to have a problem finding a punk somewhere. But a lonely tourist? That might be a little bit harder. Because okay. You find your tourist, but at the same time as you see this tourist, a very enterprising prostitute across the street sees him. So it's like, imagine it's like L-shaped. He's at one corner, you're over here, prostitute's over here. You both see this guy, and then you both lock eyes. You lock eyes with this prostitute, and she's like, this mark's mine. That's the look she has on her face, as you see her start to do, like, the power walk to him. You can hear her heels clacking over the traffic and everything.
I can take a deep breath. And just... I can give her a sour look and maybe flash a piece, but I don't know. We could do that.
You're gonna flash a piece at her?
Yeah, I'll just be like, and then just be like, I will fuck you up.
Roll an intimidation plus manipulation. Oh, this could be fun.
This could be very fun, because I am still hungry.
Yeah, she sees the gun and you see her stop dead in her tracks. And it's about that time, like, traffic opens up in her direction and starts cutting her off. So, you're able to make it up to this tourist, who sees you approaching, and as he looks confused. What are you doing to him? He's near an alleyway. There's always an alleyway nearby. You're on the strip. Just assume there's an alleyway somewhere close by.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're not doing any kind of pretense. I'm just grabbing him by the neck and dragging him off into the alley.
All right. So I assume you don't want to be seen.
Mm-hmm. So I just want to do this quickly and powerfully.
So go ahead and roll me a stealth plus strength.
Stealth.
Oh yeah, you grab this guy right by he's looking at you, and as he sees you coming up, and he's like, you hear him in very broken English, like, "Oh, cowboy!" And then you just as he just struggles against your hand and all the way into the alleyway. All right, I'm not gonna ask you to describe murder. That could be really traumatizing.
Yeah, no. He's a meal. It's painless and quick for him.
But to say it's like a movie, If the lights are shining behind the dumpster you took him behind, and the shadow on the wall,
Mhm.
you just see you clawing in, biting in, blood just
Mhm.
streaking across the wall with a fast splatter. And you get your food. This guy was absolutely scared shitless. So let's go with. I don't have a good one for scared, so we're gonna go with phlegmatic on that one. No, we'll go with melancholy. He was sad. He was about to die. So
He's about to get
fortitude, or
laid, but then he died.
so you get a little bonus to fortitude.
Fortitude. Okay.
Yep, you have a fortitude resonance going on right now. All right, Owen, you wanted to go hunting as well?
Yeah, my hunting's a lot easier than theirs, but yeah.
Yeah. So, how are you? You got your herd in. Your herd got there. You fed. You sending your herd on your way, or you letting them kind of recoup from the blood loss at the warehouse?
So the one I chose today, her name is Mia. She is a model who works at the casinos, like model, but also like waitress, kind of deal. So she is allowed to hang out for a little bit, but then she can go about, you know, to whatever party or club, wherever she's go afterwards.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
After you get done feeding and you let her, head out, uh, your phone rings in your office,
All right.
and it is Silk.
Oh,
I think the Barrett
okay.
asked me to call you and ask if you have any leads. He needs some information. He's nervous and scared.
Well, I can definitively tell you it's Kindred.
So it's a kindred killing somebody? I think we already have figured that out.
Well, now I can prove it, I guess.
So what proof do you have?
They're using fucking people, like a kind. They're just dominating them or something to similar effects. Uh, like I showed you the hand that was in my possession. They just grab people off the street that may or may not be connected to us. Give them commands, and then send them on their way. They do their job, then memory's gone. I don't know what the fuck's going on, why they're there, what they did. Oh, but I mean, I got some ideas, but nothing concrete more than this person would fuck with him because of X, or this person would kill because of what, like it's circumstantial best kind of shit.
He's like, so you got some names I can tell him?
I mean, yeah, but like they're not. They're run of the mill, like Antonia. Yeah, like that's something she could pull off, easy. Um, Alan's forgetting the name of the scorn Toreador who wanted to be Baron but didn't.
Celine.
Celine, yeah, she could pull that shit off.
Ah,
She's
yeah.
got motive,
He already
shit like
suspects
that.
her.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, those are my two defaults because I know they can pull that off. I know they got their own reasons to want to do it. But
Well, I'll bring these names back to him. I also want to bring him some good news. So how about you go and look into one of them? So when I tell him that you're going to look into one of them, I'm not fucking bullshitting him.
All right. Hey, Footloose, guy in the truck. Figure out who he was.
Oh, Footloose. It took a second for me. I was like, what? That would...
I was like, Kevin.
He was like, no, we haven't figured that out, but they've been dead for weeks.
Oh,
And our little torpid prisoner isn't talking after we brought him back. So we had to put him back under the stake.
yeah, I'm not. I think. Oh God, I hope that we're running to them again. Yeah, I don't know if they actually have anything to do with our problem. I think they're just another problem because, boy, we got enough of those already, right?
Oh, there's already too many. Life is never easy. Now, how about
Yeah.
Antonia is running a poker game tonight? How about you go ahead and inject yourself into that?
You know, I'd actively rather inject the sun into my own veins, but all right. I gotta ask though, man, and you know what it's gonna ask. You know what I'm gonna ask.
What?
Like, what are we getting out of this?
He's like, well, having the Baron in your back pocket's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'd just rather have
Well, his
that in
entourage
writing,
has
perhaps.
some gaps. You know, he needs to refill his inner circle. He needs more eyes and ears out in the streets he can trust. If he knows he can trust you, you might be on the payroll, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Like I would just if you can get in writing, maybe just to make this whole thing a little smoother.
He's like,
That's all I'm
I
saying.
parade through the sewers and listen to people talk while they shit. You think I'm drawing up contracts?
I hoped you were. The sewer, really? That's your best bet? You don't you like turn invisible or some shit?
He's like, businessmen love to do a lot of cocaine in a lot of bathrooms. You'd be surprised at what you can hear.
Oh no, I'm fully aware of cocaine in bathrooms. It's in Vegas. But no, don't you people turn invisible? Like why the sewer? Why is it always a sewer?
He's like, well, I blended a little bit better there. As you know, that he's a rather stinky Nosferatu.
Yeah.
He might look like a cancer patient. He didn't get the full ugliness, but he got the stank.
Boy, okay.
Like 10
All
pounds
right,
of
yeah,
showing shit on a hot day in a fucking dirty dumpster.
yeah, I'll go say hi to Max.
He's like, that's a good neonate. I'll be sure to pass it on to the Baron. As he hangs up.
All right.
Now, so you've gotten your food. Clarence, you've gotten yours. Violet, you've gotten yours. Violet, what did you do after you ate?
I just went back to the warehouse.
All right. And Clarence, what did you do after you murderized a tourist?
The guy got to clean up. So yeah, he has to disappear at multiple places across Rat Alley.
Yeah, it's not going to be too hard. What are you doing after all that?
After that, probably just checking in with Owen at the warehouse.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm also probably looking for a new car to steal.
Are you wanting to do that on the way to the warehouse or after?
Just keeping an eye open. Not doing it now.
Go ahead and get... Oh, not doing it now. So we'll cover that later.
Mm.
You're keeping your eye open. Right, so you get back to the warehouse around the same time that Owen is hanging up the phone. And Violet's getting there. And Violet's walking through the door a little bit before you, Clarence. And take it away, guys. Go for it.
You need to change your sheets.
My sheets.
Yeah.
What?
That'll make sense later.
Okay.
I got a phone call. I actually have to make a phone call. This shit. I hate. Where's Vivian? She does this for me. I don't like phones. I forgot his name. All of a sudden, my mind just blanked out.
Silk.
So yeah,
Silk.
yeah, that was an Alan moment. Yeah, so he just called, wanted to know how this whole thing was going. Apparently, we are the lead investigators of this case, so that's
How did we get roped into this? That's the lead investigators.
I asked a similar question. Do not like
Well,
the
I
answer.
got a theory is that we exist and we're the most disposable, so
Okay.
Yeah, we're not untrustworthy, turns out. So
I would
Well,
hope
I'm
so,
more
man.
surprised that the bear didn't question me because I ran away within like 3 minutes of being there. So
yeah, that's actually a great point, and I'm surprised now too.
Well, I wouldn't press the issue too hard, honestly, if we
Yeah,
have
I'm
that's
to
a
not
keep
pressing.
our limbs intact.
that's a keep it in your head thought. Okay.
Okay.
So, so who do we got in mind the finger on this shit?
Oh, we have to go see Antonio. Antonio.
Why? Why?
I might have mentioned that she is capable of pulling some shit off like this.
Why?
Because she's capable of pulling off shit like this. I hate her. No, well, that's
So you
complicated.
I
want me
mean,
to take a
I
broomstick
love
with me?
her. I love her. She is my best friend.
You met her like twice.
Yeah, but she gets under your skin, so she is my best friend.
Yeah, because she
So
wanted to
I'm
exploit
guessing you're
me.
wanting me to take a broomstick with me, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just the biggest, thickest one you can just replace
Look, I
her
know.
with.
We're talking in codes, dude. I know.
Do you?
Get a freaking oak stake about like the size of my entire arm. Like, yes.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
I
great.
just kind of put it
Okay,
behind my waist.
okay.
Alright.
Yeah, she's hosting a poker game, I guess. I can guarantee I'm on the invite list because Bitch got problems, but
Well, you know she's gonna put you on, so
I
yeah.
know, yeah.
Alright, so real quick, everybody, there's since the coterie is going to be leaving the warehouse in a minute, something's going to be outside. Not necessarily knowing the warehouse is there, that these guys are going to be there, but they, for different reasons, are going to be out there. We have option 1 are detectives, option 2 are Sabat attackers, option 3 is Stephen the Ghoul, and option 4 is Clarence's stalker.
Stupid. I'm just kidding.
Uh,
I
I
really don't know enough Wild Bill trivia right now tonight. Please no.
So
I need to
yeah,
make a phone call before we
Oh
leave here.
no.
we'll let that ride for a minute while you guys are deciding to go to Antonia's. And you said you're about to make that phone call there, Owen?
Yeah, I gotta call that guy back about a sunroof.
Oh
And then,
yeah, let's go have that conversation with that mafia guy. Let's see what that's about.
yeah, I'll ring him up.
Alright, so you call that
See,
number, and it's that same voice. And he's like, ah, Mr. Vanderham, it's nice to hear from
And
you.
I've been told that from time to time.
He's like, so my employer has recently been clued in to the fact that you have a very special, shall we say, bloodline?
And
Like,
they still thought they should call me. That's bold.
well, it's not too often hear that somebody, might be what you are. It's a fact that never happens. My employer has this wild notion that, the Bram Stoker Dracula books might be based on you with, your devilishly good looks and your talents.
That's very sweet. I don't make it to Eastern Europe enough, but thanks.
And he doesn't know exactly what you're capable of. And considering he and well, not that. Well, rewind that slightly. And considering you are unique among creatures out there, among humans, he would like to know more. He's willing to pay you top dollar in order to secure your gifts. He would like to live forever if that is something your kind do. Are you a kind? Are you the only one of your kind? He is curious.
I mean, statistically, no. Obviously, there's I have
me
a fire.
going. Shut the fuck up.
Are you snatching the phone out of his hand, Clarence, when he says that?
No. But you absolutely have me do it. Like when you have, you know when you're on the phone, you're talking with someone, and like there's someone also having the conversation with you while they're having the conversation, and they only hear one half of the conversation, but they're piecing together. I'm like, what are you doing? Shut the fuck up. Let's fucking kill them. They're just humans.
And you can hear a voice like relaying information to the person that's on the phone with you in the background. You just can't hear what they're saying. It's muffled. And they'll pause for a second, and then every now and then you even hear like, And there's, yes, my employer would like to know if this is an offer you're interested in, or should we pass along this information about your existence to police or other government officials?
No, I must. I'm flattered, a little intrigued, quite a bit, and impressed. Somewhere between the two. It's not a no. I personally have a lot going on this evening, as you understand. I would hope. I'm a busy man. I got a lot to do. Let's schedule something for tomorrow night, perhaps after sundown.
You hear a voice in the background. It's like, yes, please come to the Mirage Hotel and Casino to such and such rooms. We'll say 7A on floor 23.
Okay. In that case, I will be looking forward to meeting your benefactor.
All right. He looks forward to meeting you as well, Mr. Vanderham. You have a wonderful night. And then you just hear the phone hang up.
Cool. Hang up the phone. Yeah, no, they're fucking morons. I'm gonna eat them. Well, you can eat them.
I mean,
watch maybe. I don't know. I don't want to. No, take it back. Don't want to watch.
It's kind of fun, actually.
Right.
They scream real good.
So around this time, you guys got security cameras up, right? Right, like a little...
Yeah.
For what they're worth in the 80s,
yeah. I was gonna say they still existed in the 80s, but you probably had to change out a VHS tape quite often. You guys probably have stacks of VHS tapes, or just one you keep rewinding.
It takes like a picture every 3 seconds, some shit, and it's like a postage stamp size resolution.
But you guys notice somebody lingering around in your warehouse's parking space, very, very confused, wearing black slacks, a white shirt, a black tie, that short sleeve white button-up shirt, and a black tie. Looking very confused out there with a backpack on and what looks to be a Bible underneath their left arm. All right, everybody, we're going to take a break real quick, and we will be right back in a couple seconds. All right. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Well, based on the poll, we know who's outside. So you see a strange individual through the cameras, dressed like a Mormon missionary that goes around town, wandering aimlessly and confused in your parking lot. Not looking so much at the warehouse, but just... They're not walking around too much either. They're like staying in like a 5-foot square area, just kind of circling back and forth.
Like, do we all see it, or who sees it first?
Everybody can see it on the camera. Whoever saw it first probably alerted everyone else. Like, hey, who the fuck is that? We'll say Clarence saw it first.
Who's that freaking idiot?
Ooh, I'm hungry. Not really.
You can feel that that's your ghoul outside, Alan. Or
Yeah.
Owen. You can feel your blood inside of him.
So you remember that new pet of mine?
Oh, Stefan?
Yeah.
Stefan. Stephen
Yeah,
with the PH
Steven.
balance.
Yeah, it looks like he found his way home.
Oh,
Uh,
well, are you gonna go deal with it?
well, we're leaving anyway, so
So you're just gonna leave him wandering around the warehouse?
I was gonna talk to him first. I don't know. Bring him with us. Sounds like a great idea.
Generally polite to clean up.
You're
the
gonna
mess.
bring him
No.
with us with a bunch of other vampires. That's
He doesn't even
Okay.
know what I am.
okay. He's not sitting in the back seat with me.
Pretty sure.
So, who's going out to approach this Stephen with the PH balance first?
You don't want me to do it.
You don't want me to do it.
Yeah, I'm leaving with my keys, going outside.
As it stops, and it's as if he could sense your presence, Owen. He's like, and he kind of turns around and he looks at you and he goes, what are you doing here? Why, what's going on? He just looks very confused.
Well, I own this place. What are you doing here, buddy? What's going on?
I just keep seeing your face in my dreams, and you just see it like he's just overwhelmed, and he just falls forward, passes out.
Oh, well, you broke the poor boy.
What did you do to him?
Nothing. I fed him some blood like days ago.
Did you have the talk with him?
No, he doesn't even know what I am. He didn't know it happened.
Yeah, but he's gotta eat.
Well, he eats food too. It hasn't been that long.
Clarence has that look on his face like, will you guys stop making messes?
He's not a mess. Look, Claire, do me a favor. Pick him up. We'll bring him with us. We'll have a talk on the way there. Come on.
So you're gonna have him laying in the back seat with me. That's just
Yeah, I guess so.
You just see me holding like a 4-inch freaking steak knife. I'm like, you want me to take him with us? Okie doke.
Yeah, in one piece.
Like the water boy, you just got the knife, you're pointing at it, like, you want me to? You want me to?
You want me?
He's like, I can do it.
I don't actually need the knife. It's just for fun.
No, he could. One piece as a living entity in the car.
Okay, if I could just kind of go up and just kind of do a big brother shoulder grab on him, be like, "Hey, what's your name again?"
Oh, he's passed out. He's face first in the
He's
dirt.
passed out.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm
face
just gonna
first
go
in
ahead
the
and
sand
just-
outside of the warehouse.
All right, then he's definitely just getting the one-arm shoulder drag. Be like, gross. Okay.
I mean, you place him down in the car, and you guys get going to the poker game.
Yeah.
All right, for everybody, let me.
And I'm mad that I'm stuck in the back seat with a fucking guy on me.
Just some random ass dude passed out.
Not the first time. At least this one has clean clothes on.
I keep like pushing him off of me, like, go away.
I mean, at least this good Christian boy, he's not gonna do no harm to you.
So you're
Yeah,
heading
he's
out to Antonia's, and he. That's a face. As he wakes up in the first. Are you driving, Owen, or is Clarence?
yes. No, I drive.
The first thing he sees is the reflection of like this portion of your face in the rearview mirror, and you see his eyes go wide. And he's like, and he looks around and he sees Violet, and he freaks out, and he sees Clarence up in the front seat. And he's like, where am I?
You're in the back of a very nice car, so please don't fuck it up.
As you see his hands rubbing the leather, as he's even asking where am I, but even he's like, oh, Italian. Like,
Can you
German,
not
actually.
touch the
oh,
Italian?
German, yeah, I forgot it's a Porsche. He's like, oh, German engineering.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. You kind of passed out in the parking lot, so I brought you with me.
And I keep like pushing him away from me, like.
Yeah, it's like he keeps trying to like lean forward, but he keeps having to like brush against you to do so. So you just keep pushing him back. And he's like, why am I here with you guys? As he looks out the window and he sees that you guys are driving pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Owen, why is he here with us?
Look, it's not my fault. You showed up, okay?
Are you taking me to the hospital?
No, we're not taking you. You're fine.
Oh.
A little hungry, probably. I assume. You feeling peckish over there?
And he's like, I don't know. My head hurts, and I'm very confused right now. I just want to go home.
Well, you showed up to the warehouse, so you don't get to just go home now. We got to talk about some things.
Why did I just show up at your warehouse?
Hey, buddy, if I knew that, we wouldn't have to talk about some things. What do we?
So are you going to explain the whole vampire of it all to him?
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun car ride.
How do you break it to him?
Oh,
and
when
ahead.
he's talking. No, I was gonna say if he's talking to him, be like, I'll show him that I'm a vampire just to freak him out in the backseat.
Oh man! All right, so yeah, we'll dive into that for a second. So how do you say it, Owen? How do you drop that bomb?
So the other night, I'm on top of you. This is coming back, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kissed you.
As you see, he looks really good. He touches his lips. You see in the rearview mirror, he's like, oh, as you see a little smile start to curl up on the corners of his mouth.
Yeah, that's it. See, people like when I do it. It's funny how that works.
Okay.
And that's why Violet vamps out in the back seat.
Yeah, I fed you my blood when we kissed.
You did what?
I fed you my blood when we kissed.
What? Why would you? As he's like starting to gag a little bit.
Oh, you liked it then, and you like it now. Don't do this. You see, you showed up to a very special friend of mine's house, and you brought a box with a hand in it. I know you don't remember that, but it did happen. You did do those things. We talked about all this. You see, I am. How do I put this? I'm 14 years old.
She's like, that's funny. You guys are weird.
Yeah.
As he looks over at you, Violet, have you started vamping out yet?
Oh yeah.
As he looks at you, and he immediately, oh! And he like starts like leaning up against the door, and he's like trying to reach for the handle, even though you guys are driving fast. And he actually gets the door open, and he starts to fall out backwards.
Catch!
Are you catching him, Clarence?
I'm gonna take a try at it.
Give me an athletics plus wits. No, actually an athletics plus dexterity. I was gonna say wits so you can notice it in time, but we'll say you noticed it. You heard the door opening.
I think you went for the door on a topless car. Idiot.
Because it's a 2-door car, right?
It's a 2-door car. And
but I'm
sitting in the driver's seat like, what the fuck are you doing?
Do you have the top down right now?
Oh.
Oh yeah, so he tries to bail. I forgot that it was a 2-door. My bad. So he tries.
Yeah, no, we're not in the station wagon.
Yeah, we're in the Porsche. I gotta remember we're in the Porsche. So he tries to climb out over the side, and he's starting to fall over the edge. And you catch him by the pants right above the knee on his left leg, Clarence.
Like, fucking stop, and I just put him back in the chair. Buckle up, it's for safety.
Give me an athletics plus strength to yank his ass back inside. Because he's starting to actively go over the edge. He is dangling out of the side of the car, screaming.
I want to yell at him.
It causes somebody to swerve in traffic away, and then it causes them to overcorrect and swerve back towards you. I need a drive plus resolve, Owen.
Not bad. We got this. We're going at high speeds, right?
Yep.
Hells yeah. This is not a dexterity check, so I don't get a bonus to that. However, I do have a high speed specialty, so.
Nice!
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you're making your way downtown, driving fast, faces past, and you're poker bound.
Yep. I yell for him to sit down and stop. Just sit down and stop.
Yeah, just yell at him, stop wiggling or you'll die.
He's dangling out. He started to fall out. That bringing him back in was a 1, and so you've got him held there by his knee, but he's still hanging out. Like, if here's the edge of the car, like my knuckles are, he's like this, hanging out.
I'm doing my best here.
Violet, were you wanting to help try to yank his ass back in?
I don't have any athletics.
Jesus.
I mean, I could try.
You could try to
Just to
add
be,
something to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's just a twee little Mormon boy. We should be able to pull it back in without any trouble.
See what you can add to this. If you don't add much, complications are going to arise.
My turn.
Oh yeah, you did fine.
Added 2. You were able to pull him back in, just as this other car kind of almost would sideswipe the Porsche, but doesn't make contact, so there's no damage. But he would have got close enough to squish Steven.
Oh no!
And you get Steven back in the car at just the right time. But it's at that moment Steven's like, wah! Getting pulled back in. You go right past the cop and you see the whoop, whoop, lights come on as they start to quickly pull out into traffic. But there are a few cars behind you.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. We can't. Let's go.
Alright,
We're
go ahead and give
gonna
me a
what now?
drive plus resolve to start this high-speed pursuit.
Right.
And then I'm gonna buckle Steven in and just be like, sit down.
Put him in. Any chance I can give him some call
No,
outs to help
I'll
him make
like
good
literally
maneuvers?
put my leg on him so he can't
No,
fucking move.
No, I'm talking about being shotgun, calling out.
Alright,
Hey, yeah,
I
you're
failed
leaving.
my resolve, but I do get 4.
I don't think he needs any help though.
No, he's killing it. He's weaving in and out of traffic, and he's gaining cars ahead of this police car who's not as skilled making it in and out of traffic as Owen is, apparently. And Steven's sitting there, and he sees the cop chasing, he's like, are you guys monsters?
No.
Arguably not.
Yes, absolutely. Shut up.
As he
If
just,
you keep
go ahead
talking.
and roll me an intimidation plus manipulation there, Clarence.
You said intimidation plus manipulation.
Absolutely.
I am not a scary man, by the way.
All right. But it's enough. And he's scared of you as you said that, as he's just freaking out. There's cops chasing this car. You're losing them. Go ahead and give me a drive plus dex.
Alright.
A trucker starts to enter the roadway, like just as you're going past, and it might cause you to sideswipe.
Alright.
So can I like call out and help with my driving skill too?
Well, you were just yelling at dude in the back seat. This is happening right at the same time.
Oh, at the same time. Gotcha.
So this is drive plus dexterity.
And this is all while like Depeche Mode is playing.
Yep. So I have fleetness. So any dexterity check I make that's non-combative, I can add my celerity roll to the roll.
Okay, go for it.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like just as soon as this like truck honks at you, it's like She Blinded Me with Science comes on. I don't know if that was out then or not, but it's coming on the radio.
So
Right.
that's good enough.
Yeah, you're able to swerve out of the way of the semi, and it causes, as you do it, you cause another car to hit its brakes, and you just see traffic start to back up behind you as the semi also hit its brakes, and it starts to like jackknife a little bit into the road,
Ooh,
blocking up traffic as you continue forward.
awesome. Okay, so Steven, back there, hey buddy. We're gonna have to do this short because I don't have time for this shit. I'm a vampire. They're vampires. That's your aunt, I guess. This is gonna be weird. You're my ghoul now, so that kind of means like you get a little bit of my
I'm not.
powers, but
Yeah.
not enough to like really be cool about it. So you're gonna be real cool, real quick about some shit. Okay, buddy?
As Violet, you could smell the piss at this point.
That's
Like Owen.
not cool, man.
You can't see the wet
That's,
stain on his black trousers because they're black trousers, black slacks, but you can smell it. And you can see a little trickle start to like form in the crevice of the back seat.
Are we there yet?
Are you sure you don't want me to just dismember him?
he might be important to this investigation.
As he says that, you hear like a
Might is the
Might.
key word.
Yeah. I didn't kill Oliver. I'm not gonna kill this kid.
That's debatable.
I didn't kill him. They're both everyone's alive.
Yeah,
Everybody's
but
happy.
Everyone's
what
alive,
good does he have to
absolutely.
do? Okay, but what good does he have to do right now? Like, what is he helping with?
It's the same
Oliver
thing that
can help
happened
me
to this
with
kid happened
police
to
work and
Oliver.
gets. Okay, but he can save me from getting a ticket and save my ass from going to jail. What can this little what are you?
You just see me
Kid?
turn. I'm just gonna turn around, lock eyes with him, and be like, "Hey, kid, what you good at?"
he's just still scared because you were just talking about ripping him to shreds just a second ago. And the whiplash of personalities, he's like, yeah, he's utterly frightened to the point he's ready to faint again. He's like,
If you faint again,
Look, think about it this way. If I wanted to kill you, you'd already be dead, and you're not. So I don't, and
You're
you won't be.
up in the situation.
he's like, yeah.
yeah. Steven,
Like, look.
go ahead.
I'll just pat his leg with with the finger though, but like, look,
There.
just look, calm down.
As he relaxes a little bit as you guys start, you get to the rest of the way to Antonia's, he kind of relaxes a little bit as he asks you multiple times, "Are you going to kill me?"
No,
No.
are we there yet?
When
It
you
depends
say
on how
pet,
cool you are with a lot of stuff very quickly.
Did
like
you refer
Owen
to
said.
him as a pet at any point, Owen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's like, "When you say pet, like, do I gotta wear a leash? Do I get to go
Oh
home?"
God, no,
Not-
please
No,
don't put
I'm
that image in
absolutely
my
laughing
head.
out loud for real
God,
to
no.
that too.
Not publicly, no.
It's like,
Oh,
not
wait,
yet.
are
We
you
need
gonna
some
have
training
pet talk?
first. We gotta teach you about
Look.
safe words before we get the chains around the neck, my dude.
There's steps.
Can I get out of this car?
Hey, soon.
Depends on how much you hang out with me, son.
But you go pulling up to Antonia's. She runs a kind of... Despacito. She runs a club with a private casino in the back that she holds regular poker games out of. But she also invites Kine into these poker games. And she invites Kine to come in and play on the slot machines. For anybody unfamiliar, Kine are humans.
Yep.
And these humans are not necessarily attached through blood bonds, being a ghoul or anything like that. She allows
Owen?
anyone to come in.
Owen,
Yep.
do you have a change of clothes for this little poor pissy boy?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
All right.
I go to the front of the car where the boot is and open it, and I do have a change of clothes in there, so he can actually change out of his Mormon outfit.
His Mormon uniform.
Yeah.
His regular people clothes.
Well, it's piss covered. That's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
What's this dumbass tried to jump out of a car at 140 miles an hour?
He was
Right,
scared.
be like, Owen, you take care of your pet tonight. I'm not
So while
watching
he's
him. I'm not
so
watching
while he's
him.
working
hold
on
on.
that, I'm like, okay, so I really need you to give me some clarification and consent on what you want me to do in this situation here. If you need a broomstick,
Okay. Look, if things look like Antonia is going to
Thinking
feed
too
me
deep.
her blood, like if I look like I am helpless and going to ingest Vitae, just let it rip, man. I'm very serious.
okay.
Yeah, I'll appreciate it
The
later.
concerning
What do we-
lack of follow-up questions. Okay. Dead you will be.
There's a reason why I'm hired. Is that I don't ask questions.
No.
Just make sure I understand what you want me to do.
Yeah, give me a chance to get out of it, but
So
Sure.
you're bringing,
You got a quarter?
yeah,
are you bringing
Yeah.
Steven in
Cool.
with you?
yeah. He has to come. I don't trust him alone in the car.
Okay, so I don't want to thumb scales or push anything. Are you going to do anything to this man's brain before you pull him in here? He just pissed his pants in the back of the car. You had him change clothes. He's
Yeah,
still very scared and uncomfortable. He was just introduced to an entirely new world, while also being threatened to be maimed.
yeah.
Do you want me to take care of him?
I actually was gonna go for more of the mental route on this one.
Oh, okay.
Violet, do you mind?
What? You want
Can
me to
you
use my voice?
Yeah, just can you make him
So
just
I have to watch
not
over your
talk?
pet tonight?
Yeah, actually, that would be great.
Oh,
You want to
I
trade
mean, he
places? You
could
can go with Antonia, and I'll deal with Steven.
no.
Okay.
No.
he could play slots with me. He could double my output.
No. I'll keep Owen. Back off, Oliver. I'll watch. What's your name? Step.
It's Steven.
What? Steven? Oh.
Yeah, his name is Steven.
Dorfin.
All right, deal. I apologize for making your man fall in love with me briefly, and won't do it
No, there's gonna be a conversation with him, so it's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Oh man, that reminder there, Violet. That's man. This is social combat without announcing that it's social combat. He is just out here six gunning insults and barbs at your way.
I apologize.
It's
So I
It's
need
not
another
my
but it's
fault.
like
All my powers are involved in love.
But it's like when you do
manipulating
something really
minds.
heinous and you go back and apologize and completely be detailed about the entire heinous act. Like, hey, I'm sorry I went out there and keyed your car and wrote bitch into the door and then ripped the car seats out and sold them to a hobo and then took a shit inside the hood. And I'm sorry for ripping all the mirrors off and busting out the windshield. It's like by the end of the apology, you sit there, you're like, you know what, fuck you, man.
You're pretty much the worst thing ever.
It's like, okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm sorry.
I will deal with Oliver on my own because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep him in line.
I
Throw him a bone or something.
Ba-doom-ts.
I
I'm
did
just
throw him a
gonna-
bone. I did throw him a bone, but then I find out he was sleeping with Vivian, so there's like a whole nother conversation there.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna tell you, if he marks out what
But
we were doing in that apartment, he's joining the guy you had me cleaned up. I just need you to know that very clearly and very plainly.
Clarence, you know he bought the bullshit,
Clarence,
right?
you're fine. I will deal with the consequences. You're fine. Anyway, Steven. Steven, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
As you ask
Like,
him that too, we'll say that's how you asked him. He was like, yeah, and he kind of cowers from you.
well, I'm gonna use my melophonia again. Be like, come on, come on.
He's like, oh. It's like a cartoon character catching that whiff of a pie in the air to where they start like floating and hovering on the whiff. He does that with you. He's like, oh, okay, I'll come with you. Yeah, his mind is supple. It's like a sponge right now. It's porous and soft. He's had a very traumatic evening in a couple days. He's been dreaming about a man he only saw for a couple minutes and kissed out of nowhere. That was also his first sexual experience in his entire life. Yeah, this man has had an
Oh, no.
earth-shattering week.
Just keep him
No
away from the
wrinkles or bumps.
others and don't let him talk.
No, I'll keep him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna word this really, just to fucking fuck with Owen. Be like, I'll keep him busy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man.
Alright, so as you get there, you have a group of a mix. You have vampires, you have ghouls, even a couple of known thin bloods that, you know, the Cam have been trying to hunt down, but the Anarchs have been kind of like keeping secret or going, hey man, go to the docks and hide out by there. Or not the docks, but you know what I mean. Like, go ahead and hide out in the loading bays behind the casinos. The Cam aren't going to look for you back there, that kind of stuff. You guys keep them on, you guys provide them with tips. They're there. They're gambling. There's humans, there's a mix of police, there's a mix of politicians, people that work at the local Wawa. There's just a mix of everything. And as you guys go in, you notice Irene is there, gambling amongst the group. And so is Roxy,
Oh fuck.
as they're all gambling amongst the group. And Irene sees you guys come in and pretty much pays no mind, except gives a little side-eye to Violet. But the person who gives the most side-eye to Violet, but then has a weird smile on their face after a second, is Roxy. She sees Violet, and she's... But then she notices Steven behind you, and she's... And you see her, she kind of like pulls their shirt down so her cleavage shows some more. You know, she finds a reflection somewhere near her, and she does her hair like that. And you see her start to get up from the table to approach you, Violet.
That's when I start taking Steven and be like, come on, we need to go to the back room.
So, yeah, Steven's quick to follow you, and she stops at her. Are you taking Steven to a back room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll find out what happens in there in a minute.
Oh god.
But Roxy gets up, and she sees you walk away, and you see that if you glance back over your shoulder, you can see she feels a little bit, she's hoping nobody's looking at what she did, and she just kind of sits back down and acts like she was just shuffling herself in her seat, and even looks at the dealer, just like, deal me in. Hurry up. Alright, Claire Bear. You see Father Calloway is also here. And he's kind of sitting at one of the tables, and he's barely even playing. The people are trying to ignore him. They're just kind of like got that kind of thing going on, as he's just like, oh, the devil's gonna play his hand tonight, everyone. I tell you, it's gonna happen. The cards have been dealt. The devil will play. As you just see people are ignoring him, and then when he notices that, he gets up and he goes and sits down at another table, and he starts off just like, hello, hello, hello. The devil, he's going to play his hand tonight. The cards are dealt. He's gonna play.
I'm going to see if I can't direct him towards a video poker machine.
As he sees you approach, he's like, "Ah, the protector of the alleys. Why do you interrupt me?
Why did I, or why did I not?
I am not in your alleys. Do not bother me."
Yeah, okay. Don't get thrown out here, man.
As you notice, from the other side of the room, kind of standing by the door, you notice he's got a couple cultists. But one of them is your buddy Graves, your touchstone. He's got the mark of Father Calloway on his forehead as he's standing vigil at the back door, along with another cultist.
That doesn't do me good. That's when I'm just like, okay, buddy. Why is he with you? And I point him over, and I turn his head to Graves.
As you do that, we'll jump over to Owen. Owen, what were you doing as soon as you come in?
Scan the room looking for Antonia first.
You do not see her.
Great, best news all night, honestly. Irene, is she on the same table as Roxy?
Who, Violet?
Irene.
Irene? Yes.
Okay. I want to go sit closer to Roxy, but between two of them.
Okay. You sit down, and directly across from you is the table where Clarence is talking to Father Calloway. You can see Violet slipping off into the back room, and Roxy's sitting back down right next to you and readjusting and just telling the dealer, "Deal me back in," as you hear the voice from behind you that you do recognize. As Antonia's like, "Welcome. I'm glad you were able to make it." As you go ahead and roll willpower there, Owen.
Alright.
As you feel the hand lightly brush across your shoulders. As you feel her thoughts enter your mind. They're nothing specific. It's just your body's intertwined, silk flowing around you on an endless black void as you guys are just fucking endlessly. That's all that's in your mind. Like every second that passed that you're thinking about it, it seems like an eternity. This image is blasted into your mind.
Antonia, still dwelling on the past, I see.
As she just completely ignores you and she sees Clarence put his hand on top of Father Calloway's head and turn it, and you hear a snap. Go ahead and give me a composure plus... we'll do willpower, if you can add that in at all. If not, just do a willpower
I can
check.
manually do it.
Yeah.
You want me to roll that?
Yeah, just do a willpower check, Clarence. As you hear a commanding voice from behind you. Nobody else can hear it, just Clarence.
It's a pure willpower.
Click the little die icon next to the word willpower.
I don't even see willpower.
Under health. Under your...
Yeah, look.
Oh, okay. Cool. I got you.
Yeah, you feel something tug at you, and your hand is no longer turning Father Calloway's head, as in your head, you hear, "Stop, dog." And you're immediately just... And you stop turning his head. You also recognize that voice. Each of you knows Antonia. Violet's just not in the room to hear it. But each of you knows Antonia. You've been warned about her by Owen numerous times, not just out in the parking lot. That was not the first.
Would that be resisted by unswayable?
Potentially.
Okay, yeah, that would just be 2 more dice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll them.
Yeah, I'll just roll it again.
Yeah. And we'll treat it as... You had 1 automatically.
I just rolled 2.
There you go. Alright, so you got 2. You still stopped turning his head. But you've got full control of yourself. You're not frozen or anything like that. There's no mind control going on. You've just stopped touching Father Calloway, as even he stopped with his insanity for a second, as you see him even cringe. As you see her standing behind Owen, and Owen's just kind of got that look on his face like the as she kind of looks at you and she's like, so, what do I owe the pleasure for you coming to my lounge this evening?
Well, we had such a lovely encounter the other night. I just thought you missed me,
Oh, no, I know you're here for other reasons. It's the Baron, isn't it? He thinks I'm a suspect, doesn't he?
I mean, wouldn't you?
I was saying,
Come
if
on
you
now.
try to lie, you find it incredibly hard to lie to her right now if you tried to.
We both know you're more than capable of having countless minions do this kind of shit. Come on now.
As she leans in, gets nose to nose with you, and has her
Yeah.
finger on the bottom of your chin. And she's like, oh, we know you're capable of it too. How do we know that you're not the suspect?
Oh, I thank you for the compliment, but no, you had a special touch about
you
it where
flatterer. Don't blow smoke
yeah.
up my ass. If I wanted that, I'd sit on a fire.
Look, I'll be honest. I'll be straight with you. You can do it in a way where whoever you do, they don't remember shit afterwards. And a couple of those guys keep popping up in places where they shouldn't be popping up. So
As you're saying this and she's listening to you, she's had somebody already bring her a chair and scoot and move out of her way so she could sit down, and she gets dealt in. You guys got all dealt in for a game of poker.
right.
As she's looking at her, it's Texas Hold'em. She's looking at her 2 cards. You guys are sitting around and playing yours. You've got, some, I don't know, what's a good act? Some Devo playing over the radio. As over the speaker system, should I say.
Yeah.
As she deals in and she's like, oh, so do tell, what of me has been appearing around town? As you can see that she's trying to play the game with you, as she's also looking at her cards. Go ahead and give me an insight plus wits. Clarence, your whole table is also watching this. Everybody in the entire fucking joint, except for humans who are rather confused about what's going on right now, everyone's kind of watching what's going on at this table. You can't read anything on her face. You don't know what she's trying to get at.
Yeah.
If she's just playing poker or if she's trying to play the game with you.
Yeah. I mean, I would just assume she's always playing the game, so it's not a crazy assumption. No, you're right. I'm here on Baron duty. Between you and me, darling, I don't think you would bother with this kind of shit. It seems kind of beneath you.
She looks around the table and she looks at Roxy and she's like, and she even looks and kind of eyeballs you, Clarence, so you can all she's like, so I see you went from being my lackey to someone else's. Isn't that just your nature?
Yeah, but at least I get something out of this one.
Go ahead and give me an etiquette plus composure. Your difficulty is going to be a 4.
Potion.
Yeah, Clarence, as you're sitting there and you can tell that she's doing that mind whammy shit that you really don't like. It's the reason why you're like, you know what, gangrels don't do this. There's a reason.
Yeah. Violence works so much better. It's so direct.
Right? Just like Vicky Valancourt from Waterboy, you're sitting there pointing at your gun. Do you want me to? All right, so you can. So what was that barb you just tried to throw her way?
Oh no, I just said that I believe that this whole game, like killing the ghoul and all this, it's beneath her. Like this is not her kind of shit. Like I'm trying to be like more like on her side. Like hey, like
Oh, okay, so it
me,
wasn't
I
like an
know.
underhanded double meaning.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to. Yeah, they're trying to get her more comfortable. So, like we both know, dude, this ain't you. Like, come on now. Like, yeah, like sure you could do this. You might even have a good reason to do it, but this ain't your game.
She's
So.
like, well, the word around here is that your sister is responsible. And if you look around, she's no longer here.
Honestly, I thought you had a little more going on. To think that Violet, could do any of this. Come on now. Go,
Clarence, what are you doing over there at your table?
I am torn between helping Owen out if I need to freaking stake his ass and really wanting to figure out why the fuck that my buddy is ghoulified. Potentially ghoulified.
You can see Father Lucian's like now, like, doing his chance to get up from the table and quietly leave.
No, sir. We're having a chat right now. Father, I'd like to talk with you.
As you go to tug, you just go ahead and give me a survival plus. Well, no, just give me a willpower check. We'll go to old reliable here.
Not being coerced or controlled.
You can add your.
plus 2? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you are. So that's 3 total.
You find you and Father Calloway are at an impasse. You're both staring at each other. As you can tell he's trying to push his power against you as you're holding him there. But he is able to break free of you. Like of your grip. He's able to shake his hand out from your grip and he like readjusts his sleeves as he goes to walk towards the back door.
Like, we're not done talking, Father C.
He ignores you.
Anger.
So,
just yell back to the back of his head, fuck you too, then.
So you trying to keep your composure going?
Yeah, because I really need to make sure that Owen stays out of trouble like he asked me to, because he's my freaking bankroll.
So we'll say that is more than enough for you to stay there at the table. And you see Father Calloway as he goes to leave out the back door, and he gives you one of these. And you see him, he like grabs like your touchstone by the arm and leads him out the back door. As you see Graves looking back at you over his shoulder. I'm going to need you to roll willpower to not want to go after your touchstone.
Figured that much.
You are a fucking gangrel, and you're feeling angry. No, you're actually able to sustain. You're able to. You've probably gripped a hole into the table.
There's definitely a few dents in that felt now, like 7 or 8 dents just from.
So Antonia, she's like, Yeah, I've defended your sister. I don't think it's her either. But I think I have an idea who it is. Who I
Oh.
truly think it is.
And who, pray tell, would that be?
Roll an insight plus intelligence.
All right. Sweet.
You can tell that you can't tell if she's bluffing or not. She's just
Yeah.
like, what is this information worth to you?
Mm.
As she even ends it with, what pet name did she used to have for you back in the day?
Oh God. No, you know what? I think it's where Owen gets just pet from.
Pet? She was like, what is this information worth to you, pet?
I
You
I feel
get,
like I roll low power.
at the same time, you get dealt some cards that you've got a pretty good hand going.
Yeah.
The river's already out, and you've got a good hand. You could potentially take it.
Okay. Take a second to compose myself. Focusing on the card game, like raising the bet. Not quite all in, like trying to get like more action going from it.
Okay.
Antonia? Name your price.
As she looks back over at Clarence, and she looks back at you, and she's like, a night alone with him.
I look at Clarence. The I just I'm dumbfounded. Okay. Wild. Um my okay. We're getting there. That was like okay. Uh Antonia, your tastes such exotic fruit for someone like yourself.
That
I
one
didn't know you
got me
had
right there.
a wild streak in you. Okay.
She's like, what can I say? I like a good southwestern food. As you see her
I would
lick her fang at the prospect.
I for one would be very careful with what you eat. That one's fangs are much sharper, and their claws are much more real
She's
than
like,
your
oh, I'm
usual.
aware. I'm aware, pet. As you can sense that she's trying to exude her power over the table, go ahead and roll an awareness plus wits, please.
Right?
Like, you can take this hand still. That's
Yeah.
about everybody's about to play. But
Better.
you can see that she's cheating. She's got like a way to slip cards in and out. She's got little special pockets at her table.
Mm. Interesting. I wouldn't call her on it.
Well, you just decide that. Violet, where are you taking Steven?
If there's like a back room, that's where I have him.
Okay, what are you? Yeah, there's a few back rooms. There's a bunch of champagne rooms, if you will, here.
I'll take him in one of the champagne rooms.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you get in
Gotta
there,
remember the
and
rule.
it's got the mirrored walls,
I
the
am
black
not
like
touching.
pleather chairs, and the vinyl, should I say, the black vinyl benches and chairs, glass top tables that you can still see the etchings of cocaine residue left on it. And as you get in there, the music gets, you've got I don't know, what's that, Running Up That Hill by Sophia Bush or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just make him like, I want to be saying like loudly, be like, I got fucking stuck with babysitting.
He's like, why do you have to babysit me?
Because he won't behave. Sit down.
Well, I just want to go home. As he keeps saying this over and over again.
And I said, sit down.
Like, okay, well, when can I go home?
When I say you can go home, sit down.
He's sat down. He's already sat down.
I know I'm still fucking him.
Oh, okay, you're still telling him to sit down.
I just love that in his mind he has no, maybe, yes.
Like, I'm gonna like sit down next to him, but like put my legs on top of his. Like, you're not moving.
All
You're
right.
gonna sit right here.
You notice that this is the first like probably female contact he's ever had. There's a definite reaction as soon as your legs drape across his. There's a reaction in the pants region.
Feisty.
As he's what what are you doing?
Pets.
Boing.
But like, you're staying here. I told Owen I would watch you. Unfortunately, I am watching you.
It's like, but
So,
and he keeps
champagne,
saying it over and over again. Then you hear through the door, "Hey, is everything okay in there?"
like, yeah, I'm naked.
As you hear, the door is starting to open.
I'm taking my shirt off.
Double down,
You're
right?
the source of the song.
I told him I was naked.
My solution, boobs. As it, you see, comes through the door, you see a very recognizable face there, Violet.
No.
As
Like-
Christian pokes his head in.
Like, Christian! The fuck?
He's like, wait, what are you doing here? What is... As he's looking around, he's like, I didn't know you came to these things. You tell nobody you saw me here, okay? And I'll tell nobody what I saw in here.
Okay.
The weirdest foot job? Like, what did he see?
Well, he just saw her, like she was actively ripping her shirt off as soon as he's coming through the door, so he probably saw her just standing there with boobs freshly jiggling from, like the quick, fast movements, as there's a dude just sitting in the chair with a fucking boner in his nice pants that obviously don't fit him.
Hey, what are you even doing here?
He's like, well, I usually come and do this as a side gig as security, but it's off the books. Just don't tell Oliver.
Oh. When he says Oliver, I'm like, oh. Okay.
He's like, yeah, I don't want my partner to know. He'd probably be pretty pissed.
Well, I already have issues with him anyway, but whatever. Okay.
He's like, I don't want to get into it. You never saw me here.
You never saw me.
He shuts the door behind him. So you're just in there babysitting Steven and making this dude have all sorts of blue balls, right?
Yeah.
Because this is also the first set of tits he's ever seen. Remember, this is before the internet. He grew up in a Mormon compound. Playboys were not common.
Damn, like not even a Sears catalog.
Yeah, no.
I'll just give him like the whole thing of champagne, be like, here.
And if they did get a Sears catalog, any page that had a woman, even in any kind of dress, was ripped out.
Oh my goodness.
No.
It was just blacked out.
Yeah, just
They
somebody went in
just
there with a
freaking took a
Sharpie.
Sharpie and drew a modest dress on any of the lingerie ads.
Oh man, just a modest black dress. Yeah, oh my god, ankles. Can't have those. You might tempt the menfolk with it. But yeah.
No, I can't touch him. That's Owen's pet. I can't. So I'm just gonna be like shoving the champagne bottle, like
Well,
drink
the
it.
scene queen is you. The scene queen is you Inuit. You might not be hungry, but it's still coming out of you because this dude is definitely part of a scene, if you will.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting there. This guy is clearly ready to go. Dude, so we'll cut
Well,
back
I
out
guess
there
I'm
to
ready
Owen.
to go. Shit.
So we have an Owen and a Clarence. Roxy is keeping completely and totally quiet. She is just watching this go on with like the biggest like like because she is getting to see Owen at a point of weakness.
My favorite.
Yeah. As she is just watching this go on. She's watching this social combat take place where there might not be any major damage going on, but Antonia legitimately has the upper hand. But you just saw her cheating. Now she's going to beat your hand through this cheating. And she has been taking you in this social combat.
Like a weird like I'm not calling her out. What I do though is like I play like my hands like up her thigh to like to denote to her like I know what you're doing.
Ooh.
And I can call you out on that.
Roll an etiquette plus manipulation.
Right.
I like that.
And at this point, I'm like now that she cheated first, so I'm gonna activate awe, and I might not cheat first, but I'll cheat.
Cheat second.
Yeah. And is this like she and I qualify high society? Is it a high society without
Yeah.
specialty work? Okay.
Yeah, we'll say that
She and
you could
I.
add that in there. She's posh.
Yeah.
I might not be able to
You
affect
are
affect a
fucking.
super posh British accent. That is a definite fuck situation. You gonna willpower that one? Yeah. Whew.
Oh, so much better though.
Ooh.
You go
It's
to
just
do that,
beast
and
tail.
she reveals her hand, and she takes the pot as she just looks at you, wipes all the chips over to her side, and she leans in. And she goes, "I know you're keeping secrets from the Baron." And she gets up from the table, scoots her seat back in, and she goes, "Remember what I want. You know where to find me. And make sure to bring him with you." And she actually says it audible this time, Clarence. Points at you. It's like, make sure to bring him with you. As she looks at you like a really hungry person, like a lion looking at a piece of meat.
I think as part of my BCO failure, I lash out at her. Yeah, well, your work's repetitive, and you haven't done anything good in like 40 years. So cool, man.
Oh man, that's in the room. It did not go over well. Roll me a willpower. Let's see if you fail, you take superficial willpower damage. This hurts your feelings. Emotional damage. No emotional damage today. But you instantly shut the fuck up as soon as you start like bringing it up. She just gives you this look. I don't know what she says, but whatever would make Owen shut the hell up, that's what comes out of her mouth. She says like one word that only you and her would know, like an inside thing, and as soon as she says it, you're just like, oh. And she continues to walk away, and she walks back towards the area where Sarah was. Now, something's about to go down, group.
Oh.
All right, audience. Who's the next victim? Roxy ends up getting up from the table and walking out as well.
Man.
Who is the next victim to be found? The first option is Mira. The second option is Roxy. The third option is Antonia. While we continue this scene on. So the poker goes on for a little bit. That's weird. It's not. I could see who it's supposed to, who you guys are voting for, but it's not popping up for some reason. That's weird. But I can read it. All right. So a little bit of time goes by. You're watching over Mormon kid over in the room. He's about 20 minutes after, he's your interaction with Christian, he's out of nowhere breaking the silence. Are we gonna do it?
Do you want to do it?
It's like, as you literally see his hands go over his crotch as he's like tensing up. As he's like, I think I might have just did.
Oh.
Yeah, I see who our next victim is.
Like, honey, I could show you the real way.
Oh, man. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna, start doing your thing with Steven?
Yep.
Alright, so you start doing your thing with Steven. You gotta go a couple times. He's pretty quick. Sensitive, if you will. Let's go with that one. He's sensitive. And so you're blowing this kid's mind, all right? Owen, you've been at the table.
Yep.
Antonia has kind of left you in a puddle of shame sitting there at the table. You're not taking any emotional damage from it, but the rest of the room has judged you. They've gone back to playing poker. In your mind, you've just been knocked down a rung in the society that you've been working 100 years to raise your rank in.
Yeah. It felt good to call her a competitive Imran.
Oh yeah,
nice.
That's why you didn't suffer any emotional damage. Inside, you're like, yes, high five. Clarence, you are, now that the room is freed from this entrapment on Antonia, you are free to do what you want. What you doing?
Where's what's Father C's gone.
Yes, Father C went out the back door.
I'm gonna go ahead and peek the back door, see if he's still there.
Right, as you peek out the back door, you see nobody out there.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess I'll just go back to Owen and join him at the table and be like, so you still want to get staked?
Somehow that wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to me tonight.
I feel you, buddy.
Around that time, you hear a scream, and yeah, you're. Let's go ahead and roll an awareness plus wits there, Violet. This kid's like howling like a madman as you're like riding this kid's brains in.
Somewhere Owen just knows this is happening in the back of his mind and just makes everything worse.
Over this kid's screams, you hear some screams outside of the door.
Are we done yet? Or is he still going?
You're on top of him. He doesn't know what he's doing. You took control. You're the vampire here.
Oh, okay. Be like, hang on. Hold that thought.
Hang on a sec.
Are you getting dressed before you go and investigate? Please tell me you're out there just like butt ass naked or like bottomless.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm before your door. I'm going butt ass naked.
Oh yeah, full out, butt ass naked.
You just have a dress on with no panties.
So you walk out the door, buck ass naked. You look out and you see what looks to be Roxy heading down the hallway, except she's stumbling, and as her hand hits the wall, a bloody smear is left behind as she's stumbling out into the main floor. Everybody else who can see her face, Clarence and Owen, when you look back, her bottom jaw completely ripped off. Her other hand, her right one, missing. As she drops down to her knees in the middle of the floor, and she hits the ground. And suffers final death. Everybody is silent. Every human in the room is freaking out as the doors lock. And you see vampires starting to rear up. There's about 12 humans in here, including Christian.
Oh, shit.
And vampires are about to nut the fuck up and make sure there are no witnesses. What are you doing?
Do I know Christian?
Yes.
Yes.
All three of you bumped into him the other night when dealing with the...
That's right, yeah.
With the La Sombra Sabat out in the alleyway.
That's
But-
my touchstone.
Yeah, I guess that's my question. Do I know
Do
the
I know
relationship?
him? Do I know him well enough to try to do anything for him?
No.
That's up to you as a character. I'm not going to put that on you.
But
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is just like, do I know that he's an important piece of Violet's life?
Yeah.
You
would know that much. You're their fixer, so she's probably had you look out for him a couple times.
Okay.
Or at least hide something from him.
Are you going for him?
I'm going for him, and I'm going for him appearing violent as hell. I would definitely fangs out, claws out, and tackle him to the ground and be like, shut the fuck up and stay the fuck down. As I'm tackling him and bringing him to the ground and holding him there.
Alright, so
and
go
just
ahead
staying on top of him.
and give me a stealth plus composure.
I don't know if I got enough for that.
Nobody's watching you go through the room. They watched you get, somebody maybe noticed you get up from the table, but they didn't see you make your way through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You push your way through the crowd, and you notice Christian, like, near one of the back doors, talking to one of the vampires, who is not started to nut up yet, but you can see the sheen on their eyes starting to reflect off the light. This is a Gangrel vampire at that back door. They are about to go off. You recognize it when a Gangrel's about to ride the wave.
Mm-hmm. And I just go, he's mine, as I'm tackling him.
As you see him go, and his fangs pop out, and you see the three humans, that includes Christian, right there in front of him, and Christian starts to pull for his gun.
Mm. Would I be able to... Like I said, I want to tackle him down and bring him down. I want to pin his gun arm to his arm and be like, fuck no, that's not a good idea right now, dude.
Well, what are you going to do with him? Because if you do that in front of another vampire, they're going to see you aiding a human.
Well, no, I'm tackling him, and in the very intimate pose of being tackled, I'm in his ear.
Are you taking him somewhere, or are you keeping him out there in the hallway where other vampires are? Because if you don't eat him, someone else will.
That's what I'm saying. I can make appearances.
What is your plan with him? Like I said, there's plenty of champagne rooms. You can duck him off into a champagne room. I'll throw out that idea to you. I'm not trying to thumb the scales.
I mean, I guess I could snatch him off, yeah. If he's resisting me tackling him down to the ground.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and give me a brawl plus strength. He starts trying to fight you.
And yeah, the entire time I'm like, dude, I'm trying to fucking help you. Shut the fuck up.
As he's like, what? What? He's just confused. He can barely hear you among all the cacophony of insanity going on around him. But yeah, you push him right through a champagne room door, and it bounces off the interior wall and comes shutting right back behind you as you slam him down to the floor.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, if I got him silent, I will 100% be like, scream and then go silent. Just
Wait,
the
what?
pure intensity.
Like, repeat that again? That wasn't very clear instructions.
Sorry, I would basically just pure intensity. Just be like, scream and then go silent. Don't say a word, no matter what you hear, no matter what you see.
Are you letting him know you're trying to help him at this point? Like I said, he couldn't hear you out in the hallway.
Yes. Be like, Vice at me, scream, go silent.
As he's like, what's going on? Are you undercover?
Sure.
Roll a subterfuge plus manipulation, please.
Well, it's the first one.
Subterfuge.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
I definitely have so much subterfuge.
Like, why not? Sure.
Yeah.
With your one success, I will say that was enough for him to just buy it in the moment. When he thinks about it in the long run, no. But right here, right now, he's like, okay, what the fuck ever, things are getting weird. He just looks very scared and confused. Violet, you're out there completely butt-ass naked, and you just watched Clarence take Christian into a champagne room. You see Roxy fall dead onto the floor.
I'm gonna look at Owen, and then go back to like where Steven is.
Oh, by
I'm
the
gonna
way,
get dressed.
I forgot to mention, she doesn't just fall to the floor. Her corpse ages to the point of what it would be at this point. So all the humans in the room saw that. Vampires start murdering. Now, what are you doing, Violet?
I'm gonna get dressed, get him fixed up, Steven fixed back up. And then I'm gonna go, like, pull him, like, kind of, like, he got distracted by my boobs earlier, so his head is gonna be in my boobs. Well, I go to the champagne room where I saw Christian and Clarence.
Alright. So you pull... Steven follows. He's like the Pied Piper, but you're like the Booed Piper. So he's just following around, following the bouncing boob. But yeah, you've got him wrapped around your finger at this point, and you pull him into the other room.
I'm just gonna, like, close the door, and I'll be like, Clarence, get this door.
Okay. Before you
secure.
can even finish your sentence, Christian's like, violence!
Oh my god! No.
Alright, Owen, what are you doing?
This isn't really Owen seeing, the carnage, the bloodshed. He is thinking about how just fucked Antonia is over the complete lack of hospitality this way. He kind of chuckles to himself, like, "No man, she died. Like, this is her spot. And that bitch just died. That sucks for her." Like, just like little pleasures for himself. Lights up a cigarette, has some wine, sits at the bar. Like, it's gonna take him a minute to be like, oh yeah, there's Steven somewhere. I have to go find him. Why was Violet naked? That can't be at all good for anyone.
So, what are you doing?
I guess at that point I'd go sauntering to the back room, try to find my coterie and figure it out.
All right, yeah.
I just need a moment, need a cigarette.
You're walking through, and there's just abject violence going on all around you. Humans are getting their throats cut, getting, like, vampires are pouncing on, like, multiple vampires on one human, eating them alive like it's from dusk till dawn. You've got, like, and all the while, Madonna is playing as a juxtaposition. Just loud, thumping Madonna from 1984. Actually, Madonna ends, and Van Halen comes on.
Nice.
And it's Van Halen's Jump, while humans are just getting murdered all through the joint. Yeah, might as well jump. Yeah. Old Diamond Dave's voice is piercing through the joint. While you're making your way through the carnage, Owen. And as you do, a human sees you just kind of walking through casually and runs up to you asking for help.
Yeah, okay. Do you belong to anybody tonight?
What? As they just look scared, as you just hear nothing but screams and Van Halen going on.
Okay. This is the kindest thing I can do. And I just want to snap their neck.
Alright, give me a brawl plus strength.
Okay. I'm gonna surge it, because you're gonna see why in a second.
Yeah.
What would that be?
But he's a human, that's all you need. He's like, what? And then he just falls to the ground at your feet.
Yeah, like I think they'll joy in it. I just like it is the kindest thing I can do for this guy. He's on a ghoul, he's not with anybody, and any other action would just be more brutal. So
But yeah, there's other vampires in here doing the same thing, just snapping necks. There's not every vampire in the joint is going off. There's a couple of them like you, Owen. Like, dude, this is not my scene. You can clearly tell, like, the Toreadors and the Malkavians of the bunch, because they're like, whoa, guys.
Whoa, man.
Whoa. There's probably, like, a really powerful Malkavian in there who's probably like, I could have handled all this right. You know that, right?
I'll talk.
So, Owen, you're making your way to that back room.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you don't know exactly which back room. You're making your way down this corridor of champagne rooms, bloody chaos.
Yeah, it's just dramatically like kicking a door open, like, all right, well, on to the next, like, a glass of wine, cigarette, kick.
Oh, man. Think like from dusk till dawn, every door you kick in, there's like something new behind it. There's like naked strippers eating one dude. You kick open another door, there's just a room dripping with blood. You don't know how much got on the ceiling. It's quite impressive.
It's pretty in an avant-garde kind of way.
As you're making your way through the hallway, Clarence and Violet, you guys got those two humans in there. You're completely butt-ass naked, Violet. Christian's going, what's going on? As the door kicks in, and there's a vampire sitting there, fangs out, claws covered in blood. It's a Gangrel, clearly, as you can see, like, wolf-looking ears coming out, and they are riding the wave. They are full-on frenzied. As they hiss at the humans and then look at you and try to barrel past you to get to Christian and Steven. Who's acting first? And what do you want to do?
I'm gonna... Gosh. God damn it. This dude's not worth it to me.
He's worth it to me.
Yeah. How about that? I can go ahead and use my natural weapons.
Okay. Are you gonna attack the vampire?
No. I'm going to block and be like, they're mine.
He is not listening. So you can try to block him. You can give me a brawl plus strength on that one.
I could take a
Body
swipe
check
at him.
action. If you want to take a swipe at him,
Let me hold on a sec.
that'll be strength plus brawl for the swipe, and we'll do an athletics plus stamina to block him.
Well, I want to activate my my feral weapons.
Yeah, go for it.
Okie doke. Oh no.
All right, you hungry? Well, that added a point.
Okie dokie. And that gives me +2 modifier to brawl. That's a light piercing. What were you asking for, though?
Roll a, if you're going to attack him, a strength plus brawl. If you're going to block his spot, and athletics plus stamina.
Oh no, he's getting a swipe at him. And hopefully he's not a bitch.
Strength plus brawl, then.
Strength plus brawl. Brawl plus strength.
Yeah. Yeah, always skill first. Yeah, you slash him across the cheek as he comes back and hisses at you as he goes to swing his claws at you. Are you wanting to do anything, Violet, as you see him about to swing? I'll give you that reaction moment.
I could try to punch him.
You gonna try to punch him? Hi-ya!
That's... I mean, that's really all I could do.
That'd be a strength plus brawl.
I know. Let's do bullets.
Punch him, or brawl plus strength, sorry. Punch him right in his face.
Hang on. Well, I'll try to read willpower.
Alright. Really thinking hard about it.
Yes! That's my touchstone!
Yeah, he gets slashed across the cheek, and you hit him in the jaw, and it's like the world goes slow-mo for a sec as one of his fangs, like, busts out of his mouth and goes flying across the room as he does, like, a full 360 spin and hits the floor and hisses at you and immediately lunges and jumps back up. But you are not food. They are. He's trying to push you both out of the way to get to the humans that are there freaking out as you hear gunfire go off. As Christian's got his gun out shooting at this guy, and the bullets are doing jack shit to this fucking vampire. Owen, that's when you hear the gunfire and you see a couple bullets come through one of the doors, and there's a vampire in the hallway that sees this, and you see them pop their claws as they're heading towards the door.
Like, Clarence, you got a broom.
What are you doing, Owen?
I still got a broom.
I look at my hands. I have decided which one of these I have to lose. So I'll chuck my one. Like just drop the glass. I pull out my gun and I run after this guy. Like I think I know what's going on, but I would wait to visually confirm.
Yeah.
Before I start shooting at Kindred, you know?
Yeah. So you guys are both taking off towards this room where the gunshots happen. So.
Yep.
The vampire's trying to push past you two. What are you two doing? I heard something about a broom.
Yeah, I reminded Clarence about that. He has a broom.
I sure do.
Well,
if I gotta turn back towards shit, I don't even remember who I'm trying to save right now.
You're saving Christian and Steven is in there with me.
I mean, I don't really give a shit about Steven.
He's butt ass
I don't
naked.
actually give a shit.
Standing in the room.
No, I turn back towards him and back. I told you to fucking play dead, you moron! And so I go ahead and pull out the stake and try to freaking stake this asshole now, since I've already tried mine and I've already tried slashing him and he's not giving up. Even
All
after
right.
I've tried to make my freaking point, this is mine, you don't take it.
Give me a melee plus dex to catch this moving target in the heart. Actually, go
Oof.
melee plus wits. Catch this foo in the heart.
I'm gonna try Blood Surge on it too.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, you go ahead and describe exactly how you stake this dude. He's doing this. He's pushing you two to try to do that, so his arms are kind of going in T-pose as he's trying to lunge at the two humans, specifically the one that's shooting at him right now.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, I said, I told you that these motherfuckers were mine. I'm eating them. And that's when I pull the oak stake out from behind my trench coat, and I just kind of I have it in one hand, and I just hammer fist it into him from the other hand.
In one fluid motion, he pushes and goes, it just finishes falling forward and lands on the stake to where it finishes pushing it out the rest of his back, but it's still through his heart.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As he's just kind of laying there motionless on the floor. Owen and this other gangrel, this other gangrel sees the door that's, kind of partly open and finishes it pushing it the rest of the way open. And that's when, Owen, you pop up there right next to him, and you see this scene in the room. You see another vampire staked on the floor, clearly the stake that your fixer had earlier. Violet standing there, and not only is her touchstone there, Christian, but so is Steven, and Violet is butt-ass naked. And Steven is pantsless. Hi! Hi, Dad! Welcome home!
I just wanted to go home.
That's what Steven said.
That's what Steven was saying.
This is no part of this is okay. I feel like I should have to roll another willpower. Just this whole night has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, I agree with this.
To this, and
yeah, I completely concur with this. Let's do another willpower.
Damn, I succeeded.
You're barely holding it together, man. You're like the cover of The Killing Joke with the Joker. You're barely holding it in there. You're just...
From behind this guy, I guess I'll pull it. I'm just going to be incredibly hard. Pull out a stake and try to just get this guy immediately. While I'm still kind of behind him, I guess,
So you're going to stake the guy that's trying to go into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to try anyways.
Yeah. Roll that melee plus wits.
All right. Plus wits.
And if you succeed, I am going to need a stealth plus composure.
All right.
You succeeded. I need a stealth plus composure.
Okay. Am I hiding?
No, this is to see if any other vampires noticed. You're not trying to hide. It's just, did any other vampires notice you attack your own kind?
Well, we're gonna immediately roll that.
I was about to say, absolutely they did.
Look, at least I've got an excuse of being fucking feral. What's yours gonna be?
He's going after my Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I'll say it's a success, but at a cost. So you're not seeing. You stake this vampire, but before the lights go out in his eyes, you see he looks back and he sees you. And he sees your face, and the lights just go out and he hits the floor, motionless. And Steven at this point passes out, and you see his boner just.
So I'm just like trying to hold him up right now.
That's where I'm just going over to Christian and be like, put that the fuck away and fucking die.
Yeah, he's fucking just absolutely. What the fuck is going on? He
Like,
looks.
we'll talk.
He's almost suffering from what happens when people witness werewolves in this universe, like a form of delirium. He is absolutely confused. He's just watched a bunch of murder. It looks like you guys just killed 2 dudes. And he is wanting an explanation.
Yeah, he's getting a bonk on the head unless Vi intervenes.
I'm pretty sure it's a non-fatal bonk. It's a bonk, a lowercase bonk.
Yes.
Well,
Unless
since
Vi
Steven,
can think
like-
something to tell to shut the fuck up and lay dead.
No, like, since Steven's passed out, I could use my presence, again, just be like, do what he says. Play dead. We'll talk later.
Are you saying that to Christian?
Yes.
Get a persuasion plus manipulation. That's going to be a tough one. It's a cop that just witnessed murder.
I'm going
He's like
to
Batman.
bonk,
He's all about
so
that justice.
It's not the time for a justice boner. Oh,
Hang on.
I was going to say, that's rough.
Yeah.
wow, you had all those dice too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's enough. As he quiets, he's like, you better have a good fucking explanation for this one. But somehow your vampiric wiles, you still have presence going. It's enough to make him, like his detective cop side is subdued by you. Alright, let's see here.
Yeah, if in my way of helping, I'll just be like, you won't have any fucking answers if you're dead. Play dead.
Alright. As this place starts calming down, most of the humans are murdered. As you hear from the outer areas of the casino you're in, announce, do a sweep! Check the champagne rooms!
You fucked him?
And that is how we will end the session right there. That is the last thing said at the end of this episode is, you fucked him? Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, man. Oh, that's how this episode ends. With potential dangers still heading your way, and all Owen can think about is, you fucked him? You bit my sandwich?
Yeah, not we staked 2 other vampires, not we still have a live human and we're absolutely 100% breaking Masquerade, not... You fucked
No.
Steven.
Yeah.
Steven's a ghoul. He gets a free pass. If you announce him as a ghoul, ghouls lived throughout this whole murder thing. Ghouls weren't killed. just humans who like came in from an invite or off the street and saw that there was an event going on. All of them were killed, even the police that were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's going to be quite the news report the next day. But go ahead and we'll do 3 experience each. Actually, go ahead and make that 5. I'll give you guys a big bump this time.
Yay.
I put you through hell on that one.
Not the only big bump.
Yeah, that's all over the tables here.
Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a fun way to end it. I went mad at Violet.
Yep.
While Danger is heading that way. Christian is still in danger. So alright. That was fun. Incredibly good role playing, guys. Incredibly good role playing. I enjoyed that. Sorry if I made it get emotional on you. That's alright. Well, that was fun. And we thank everybody for showing up tonight and partaking. We will have a big vote next week on a little reveal that'll happen. So be sure to tune in next week to vote on that one, to have a really, really, really big role in what's going to happen to not only the coterie, but the overall vampiric scene in Las Vegas. So tune in next week. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and you guys have a great night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.